Chapter 971. You are slandering me. Although I am fighting against the devil race, I have also heard about Yin Jyotian's expedition against Fenshin Valley. Humph, since the saintess is unwilling to accept the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl, then I will take my leave. LV Mingrue also felt that the situation was not right. He said in a threatening manner and turned to leave the void treasure ship. You want to leave? Show me the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl. Ling Xiao smiled faintly. His eyes flashed and he reached out to grab the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl in LV Mingrue's hand. You are courting death. LV Mingrue was furious, and his eyes flashed with killing intent. If Ling Xiao had not ruined his plan, the saintess might have been his. Ling Xiao deserved to die. LV Mingrue punched toward Ling Xiao. The fist print was cold and vicious, containing an evil spirit that could tear everything, as if it could freeze a person's primordial spirit into powder. Ling Xiao's expression did not change, and he still reached out to grab it. Boom! The cold evil spirit was directly crushed by Ling Xiao's grasp. Ling Xiao directly grabbed LV Mingrue's arm and tore it. Ah! LV Mingrue let out a miserable howl. Suddenly, one of his arms was directly torn off by Ling Xiao. The heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl also fell into Ling Xiao's hands. Bastard, you deserve to die, you deserve to die. I will not let you go. My father will definitely kill you. LV Mingrue screamed again and again. His eyes were filled with incomparable resentment as he stared at Ling Xiao. How dare you disrespect Brother Ling? Even if your father is here, it is useless. Pangu Zhan widened his eyes and immediately kicked Lu Mingrue's chest, breaking all of his ribs. LV Mingrue suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood and smashed into the wall of the ship in the distance. Then, Pangu Zhan stepped on his chest. LV Mingrue, you dare to have ideas about the saintess? You are simply courting death. If you dare to say another word, I will kill you directly. Pangu Zhan said coldly. LV Mingrue met Pangu Zhan's murderous eyes and suddenly shivered all over. He did not dare to say another word. Ling Xiao did not look at LV Mingrue. His gaze landed on the heavenly demon's 7 illusory orb. The heavenly demon's 7 illusory orb looked very dazzling. It emitted a dazzling 7-colored light, and there seemed to be some kind of 7-colored fog spreading out from it. Ling Xiao could faintly see an incomparably mysterious and complicated rune within the heavenly fiend's 7 illusory orb. It's the enchantment curse. Damn it! Ling Xiao's gaze trembled and instantly became incomparably cold. Enchantment curse? Young master, what is an enchantment curse? Shui Wei asked with some confusion. The love-captivating curse is a spell technique from the ancient times. It's said that a woman who is hit by the love-captivating curse will be dead set on that man and will never be disloyal again. However, the Tao of curses was too difficult. It was a taboo energy that pointed directly at the heaven Tao, and it had been lost a long time ago. I never thought that this bastard would actually be able to obtain the enchantment curse and even plant it in the heavenly demon's 7 illusory bead. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with killing intent as he looked at LV Mingrue. What? LV Mingrue, how dare you? Pangu Zhan and the others were also shocked, and their eyes revealed a trace of disbelief. LV Mingrue had eaten a bear's heart and leopard's guts. He actually dared to use the love-captivating curse on the saintess. He deserved to die. In the eyes of many experts of the Pangu clan, trash like LV Mingrue was not even comparable to a strand of the saintess' hair. Only a peerless genius like Ling Xiao was worthy of the saintess. As the son of the second elder, LV Mingrue dared to do such a thing. The second elder's crime was also unforgivable. LV Mingrue, you deserve to die. Shui Wei's face instantly turned cold. She even felt some lingering fear in her heart. If Ling Xiao had not discovered in time that something was wrong, it would have been troublesome. The thought of being dead set on LV Mingrue after being hit by the love-captivating curse made Shui Wei want to die. Clang! The 6 paths of reincarnation sword was unsheathed. The light was blazing, and the sword chi exuded a cold murderous intent and sharpness. It landed on LV Mingrue's neck. LV Mingrue was immediately scared out of his wits. He hurriedly said, "Saintess, I'm innocent. I don't know anything about the love-captivating curse. This guy is slandering me. He has wronged me. Don't be fooled by him." LV Mingrue hated Ling Xiao to the extreme. He simply could not understand how Ling Xiao could know about the long-lost love-captivating curse. "Shui Wei, just kill this kind of scum. Don't dirty your sword. I'll do it for you." Ling Xiao smiled faintly and walked toward LV Mingrue. "Bastard, what are you doing? Get lost. If you dare to hurt me, my father will not let you off." LV Mingrue was so frightened that his whole body trembled. He pointed at Ling Xiao and said fiercely, "Rumble." At this moment, the Samsara temple on the mountain top roared angrily, causing the sky to tremble. "Who dares to hurt my son?" More than a dozen powerful figures came across the sky. They were extremely fast and arrived on the void treasure ship almost instantly. Standing at the front were 3 old men with white hair and beards. They were all dressed in black robes and looked sage-like. They had extraordinary temperaments and were all titled supreme martial artists. The old man in the lead looked short and fat, but his face was extremely majestic. At this moment, his eyes were cold as he stared at Ling Xiao, full of cold killing intent. Standing behind them were more than a dozen powerful figures in black armor. They were the generals of the Samsara army and all of them were supreme martial artists. Ling Xiao, that short and fat man, is the second elder, LV Yen. He's the most protective. I'm afraid he won't let this matter rest. Zhu Biao transmitted his voice to Ling Xiao. "Father, save me. These bastards want to kill me. Help me kill them." LV Mingrue looked as though he had seen his savior. His eyes were filled with excitement as he hugged LV Yen's leg. "Trash!" LV Yen kicked him away, his eyes full of anger. This son of his was really incompetent. He couldn't even do such a simple thing well. In the end, he still had to clean up his mess. "Holy maiden, how did Mingrue offend you? You actually let an outsider kill him?" LV Yen looked coldly at Shui Wei and asked. "Second elder, you came at the right time. LV Mingrue was up to no good. He planted a love charm in the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl and wanted to harm me. According to the precepts, he deserves to die. What's wrong with me punishing him?" Shui Wei looked indifferently at LV Yen and said. "Love charm? What love charm? What a joke. Holy maiden, LV Mingrue and I fought the demon race together and made great contributions. He obtained a heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl as a spoil of war and wanted to give it to Holy Maiden. How can Holy Maiden treat a hero like this? I'm afraid everyone will be disappointed." Chapter 972. Second Elder, many people here can testify that LV Mingrue is up to no good. As for the love charm and the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl, can't we verify it? Shui Wei said flatly. Verification? How? Let's not talk about whether the love charm is in the heavenly demon's 7 illusory pearl. Even if it is, I suspect that he is the one who framed LV Mingrue. LV Yen sneered. As the second elder of the Samsara temple and the leader of the Samsara army, even if he refused to admit it, what could Shui Wei do to him? That's right. Saintess, don't be fooled by outsiders. LV Mingrue is loyal to you. He would never frame you. Saintess, I think that this kid is Yin Zhoutian's spy. Why don't we just kill him? The third elder and the fourth elder who followed Lu Yan said with a smile, but they were obviously on Lu Yan's side. What do you think? Do you think that I have wronged LV Mingrue? Shui Wei was not angry. Her eyes were cold and calm as they fell on the generals of the Samsara army. The dozen or so generals of the Samsara army were the most powerful group of people in the Samsara army. They controlled 100,000 Samsara army soldiers. Saintess, we agree with the second elder. This kid must be Yin Jiotian's spy. Please kill him. Although the generals looked hesitant, they still stood firmly on LV Yan's side in the end. Bastard! How dare you threaten the Saintess? Pangu Zhan, Pangu Wen, Pangu Yan, and Pangu Zhen were furious. They were loyal to the Saintess. How could they tolerate such a situation? The second elder, third elder, fourth elder, and the generals of the Samsara army dared to threaten the Saintess in public. Did they really think that they were in charge of the Samsara temple? Pangu Zhan, don't frame us. How dare we threaten the Saintess? However, this kid is Yin Jiotian's spy. He deserves to die. If the Saintess doesn't want to kill him, we can do it for her. Lu Yen sneered. In his opinion, Shui Wei might be the Saintess of Samsara, but she was too weak to take control of the situation. Perhaps she would marry Yin Jiotian soon. Their first elder was severely injured and would not be able to control the situation. He, LV Yan, was the future master of the Samsara temple. In addition, LV Yan was in control of the Samsara army, so he naturally had less scruples when he spoke. He became even more unscrupulous. Brat, you're dead. No one can save you now. Lu Mingrui said as he looked at Ling Xiao with resentment. Shui Wei, do you know what kind of person I hate the most? Ling Xiao suddenly smiled, not even looking at LV Mingrui. I don't know. Shui Wei said obediently. What I hate the most are those sanctimonious and shameless people. He was obviously despicable and shameless, yet he still pretended to be righteous, thinking that he was the righteous one. When I meet such people, I will never reason with them. The only thing I can do is to kill them all. Ling Xiao said with a smile, but the chilling killing intent in his voice made everyone's heart tremble. Ha ha ha. Brother Ling is right. When you meet such sanctimonious bastards, it's best to kill them directly. Why do you need to reason with them? Pangu Zhan roared with laughter. Although the Pangu clan had not returned to the Samsara temple for a long time, their return this time disappointed Pangu Zhan greatly. LV Yan and the other bastards deserved to die. How dare you? What did you say? Brat, how dare you insult the second elder? Don't think that you can leave the Samsara temple alive today. The generals of the Samsara army shouted with killing intent in their eyes, as if they had finally found an opportunity to ask for a reward. Brat, I don't know where you get the confidence to be so arrogant. However, when you come to the Samsara temple, you have to be humble. Today, I'll teach you how to behave. LV Yan sneered coldly. He could see that Ling Zhao's cultivation was only at the 6th level supreme realm. He could easily crush Ling Xiao to death. He had not seen such an arrogant young man in a long time. Those who dared to be so arrogant in front of him were all dead. However, Ling Xiao did not even look at him. Instead, he smiled at Shui Wei and said, Shui Wei, these flies are so annoying. Shall I kill them all? Young master, please do as you wish. These flies do deserve to die. Shui Wei said with a smile. The two of them exchanged questions as if they did not care about LV Yan and the others at all. LV Yan was so angry that he laughed and said, Good. Very good. Brat, although I don't know what means you used to deceive the Saintess, you can go to hell now. Boom. LV Yan exuded an extremely cold and evil aura, causing the heavens and earth to tremble. The surrounding chaotic mist spread out. He slashed a palm blade toward Ling Xiao. It was like a black saber light that broke through the heavens and earth. It contained an extremely cold and sharp force. That saber light actually split into 3 in an instant, aiming at Ling Xiao's glabella, heart, and dantian respectively. It was incomparably ruthless. Triple Yin God Slaughtering Saber, LV Yan's peerless divine technique. With the Triple Yin God Slaughtering Saber, LV Yan could even kill the 3 great demon lords alone when he was conquering the demon race. Noisy. Ling Zhao's eyes flashed sharply as he slammed a palm down toward LV Yan. Rumble. This palm was incomparably vast, as if the chaos in the sky had merged into this palm. The palm print was surrounded by bright and mysterious runes, as if it was the hand of the celestial emperor, ruling over the life and death of all living things. The three saber lights transformed from the triple Yin god slaughtering saber were instantly shattered by Ling Xiao's palm. The palm did not reduce in power and finally slapped LV Yan's face fiercely. Smack! A crisp sound was heard as LV Yan was sent flying by Ling Xiao's palm. He spat out a mouthful of teeth mixed with blood and half of his face was smashed. How terrifying was Ling Xiao's physical strength! The complete realm of the real dragon body was even stronger than that of the Panga clan. If not for the fact that the triple Yin god slaughtering saber was an ancient divine skill that counteracted part of the palm power, LV Yan's head would have been smashed into smithereens. The third elder, the fourth elder, and the generals of the Samsara army were stunned. The second elder, LV Yan, had always been regarded as the most powerful person in the Samsara temple, second only to the saintess and the great elder. However, his triple Yin god slaughtering saber could not withstand Ling Xiao's palm and was beaten so miserably. How could this be? Shui Wei, Zhu Biao, and the experts of the Panga clan were very calm, but there was a hint of mockery in their eyes. Even King Dusher, a demigod, was killed by Ling Xiao. What was LV Yan to him? How dare you hit me? Bastard, I'm going to kill you. There was a look of disbelief in Lu Yan's eyes. He was furious and felt greatly humiliated. In a fit of anger, an ancient black saber appeared in his hand. It exuded a powerful wave of divinity and slashed toward Ling Xiao. Chapter 973. Boom! The black saber shone brightly. It was a powerful divine weapon. Under Lu Yan's control, it emitted a dazzling saber radiance and slashed toward Ling Xiao. Lu Yan's furious saber strike contained his lifetime of cultivation, which made this saber strike extremely powerful. It was almost comparable to the combat strength of a deity. You're the one who deserves to die. A sharp light flashed in Ling Xiao's eyes. He threw a punch across the sky. The fist print was dazzling, like a golden divine sun. In an instant, 9 rainbow-colored divine dragons flew across the sky and coiled around his fist radiance, making this punch extremely terrifying. Crack! Golden lightning rose and the saber radiance exploded. Ling Xiao resisted the divine weapon in Lu Yan's hand with his physical body. The fist print landed on the saber and sent it flying. How is this possible? Who the hell are you? Lu Yan's eyes were filled with horror. Ling Xiao's punch made his scalp tingle and he felt the threat of death. How could a mere 6th-level Supreme Realm cultivator have such terrifying combat strength? Brat, don't hurt the second elder. The third elder and the fourth elder looked at each other. Cold killing intent flashed in their eyes as they charged towards Ling Xiao. They were determined to stand with Lu Yan. Naturally, they wouldn't watch Lu Yan die in Ling Xiao's hands. The third elder threw out a punch. The fist radiance was powerful and vast, containing a violent force. It went straight for Ling Xiao's head. The fourth elder struck out with his palm. Vigorous palm energy gushed out like a vast ocean. It contained a fluctuation that could destroy everything, and it pressed down on Ling Xiao. Boom! Ling Xiao's eyes were calm. He didn't care about the third and fourth elders at all. The indestructible fist print broke through the saber radiance and instantly blasted on Lu Yan's chest. Boom! Lu Yan's eyes were filled with disbelief. His body suddenly exploded and turned into a bloody mist. You're courting death. The third and fourth elders' eyes were cold. The terrifying fist print and palm print instantly came from behind and blasted on Ling Xiao's body. Ling Xiao actually didn't dodge or evade, forcefully receiving their attack. Crack! It was as if golden runes had exploded, and a majestic qi and blood had coiled around Ling Xiao's body like a dragon. It was as if the third and fourth elders had struck an indestructible mountain, and the sound of metal colliding rang out. Not only had they not injured Ling Xiao in the slightest, but their qi and blood had instead been shaken by the terrifying power. This is impossible. How can your body be so strong? The expressions of the third elder and the fourth elder changed drastically. Their attacks could even shatter a supreme weapon, yet Ling Zhao's physical body was actually stronger than a supreme weapon. Was this a human or a monster? Ling Zhao turned around and looked at the third elder and fourth elder calmly. The two of them shuddered and tried to back away without thinking. Since you are so loyal to the second elder, then die with him. Ling Zhao said indifferently as he pointed his finger at Yi Futian. The indestructible finger of the war god locked onto the third elder and the fourth elder like a dazzling Milky Way. Although the two of them were titled paragons, their combat strength was not as strong as Lu Yan's. How could they block Ling Zhao's attack? Puff! Puff! The third elder and the fourth elder's foreheads exploded, and their eyes were filled with disbelief. Then, their heads, bodies, and limbs exploded. With one finger, the two elders' bodies were completely destroyed. Buzz! The King Heaven Devourer cauldron shone brightly, and a vast devouring power erupted, swallowing the primordial spirits of Lu Yan, the third elder, and the fourth elder. Little bastard, you deserve to die. Yin Zhoutian will not let you go. He will avenge me. Lu Yan's resentful voice rang out from the King Heaven Devourer cauldron, filled with rage and unwillingness. You really are Yin Zhoutian's spy. But don't worry, he will be here soon to accompany you. Ling Zhao said indifferently, completely suppressing the three primordial spirits. However, what surprised Ling Zhao was that Lu Yan's primordial spirit was not complete, as if half of it had been separated. Ling Zhao was afraid that this guy would not die so easily. However, Ling Zhao could vaguely sense that the other primordial spirit was in a spacetime very far away from here. Perhaps it was with Yin Zhoutian, but Ling Zhao ignored it. Seeing how Ling Zhao killed the three elders so easily, the generals of the Samsara army were scared silly, and their eyes were filled with horror. At this moment, Ling Zhao was like a malefic star in their eyes. The three elders, who had such powerful cultivation and battle prowess, were actually killed as easily as ants in his hands. Their hearts were filled with regret, and they wanted to slap themselves a few times for being stupid enough to stand on Lu Yan's side. It seemed that the Holy Maiden would not let them go. Holy Maiden, please spare us. We were also deceived by Lu Yan. He is a traitor and deserves to die. Yes, Holy Maiden, we were wrong. Please be magnanimous and don't lower yourself to our level. Holy Maiden, please spare us. The generals of the Samsara army were usually iron-blooded and had killed many people. However, when it came to life and death, each of them was more spineless than the other. Young master, how do you think we should deal with them? Shui Wei ignored those people and looked at Ling Zhao with a smile. Shui Wei, you are the Holy Maiden. You can deal with them yourself. However, it is indeed a pity to kill them. Why don't you let them sacrifice a strand of their primordial spirits to redeem themselves? Ling Zhao said indifferently. All right. Shui Wei nodded and looked at the generals of the Samsara army. You colluded with Lu Yan and rebelled against your superiors. Your crimes are unforgivable. However, seeing that you have made a lot of contributions to the demon clan over the years, I will allow you to redeem yourselves. Now, hand over a strand of your primordial spirits. If you dare to do it again, you will be executed immediately. Thank you, Holy Maiden, thank you. We promise that we will never do it again. The generals felt as if they had been pardoned and handed over a strand of their primordial spirits. Although they would lose their freedom and their lives would be in Shui Wei's control, it was still better than losing their lives. Moreover, although the Holy Maiden was cold, she was the kindest. Even if they handed over a strand of their primordial spirits to her, no one would resist. Ling Zhao, you will die a horrible death. Yin Zhoutian will not let you go, ha ha ha. After Lu Yan was killed by Ling Zhao, Lu Mingrui was completely scared out of his wits. At this moment, he suddenly burst out laughing and looked at Ling Zhao with eyes full of hatred. Boy, are you still unrepentant? You are indeed an ingrate. Die. Pang Guzhan glared at him and sneered. Chapter 974. The second elder, third elder, and fourth elder had been killed and the generals had surrendered their primordial spirits. From then on, their lives were in Shui Wei's hands. The Samsara temple seemed to be in grave danger, but in the face of absolute power, it was all resolved. Everyone looked at Ling Xiao and Shui Wei with eyes full of respect. Shui Wei, the saintess, had only been in the Samsara temple for 10 years. She rarely fought. Although she was cold, she was very kind. Therefore, many people in the Samsara temple were not afraid of her. Even people like LV Mingrui had dared to plot against her. However, the saintess had found a fiend. Ling Xiao had become famous after this battle. He had completely shocked the people of the Samsara temple. The return of the experts from the Pangu clan made the people of the Samsara temple even more respectful of Shui Wei. They knew that with Ling Xiao and the experts from the Pangu clan around, the saintess would be able to completely control the Samsara temple. Saintess, the great elder has been injured by the demon god. He's in critical condition. Go and take a look, an armored general reported to Shui Wei. The great elder has been injured by the demon god? Alright, I'll go now. Shui Wei's expression changed. She looked worried as she flew towards the Samsara temple with Ling Xiao. Chaotic mist swirled around the top of the mountain. The mysterious power of law rose. A huge bronze temple sat cross-legged at the top of the mountain, exuding an ancient and mysterious aura. Even a titled supreme being would tremble in front of this bronze temple. It was as if they were ants looking up at a divine dragon. They felt small and insignificant. A bronze temple. Ling Xiao's eyes flickered. This bronze temple was almost the same as the one he had seen in the 8 Wildernesses region, the War God continent, and the Cave of Time. The vast and majestic aura suppressed everything. It exuded an eternal aura. What is the connection between these bronze temples and the Scarlet Dragon War God? What are the skeletal dragons and skeletal phoenixes pulling the huge coffins for? Ling Xiao was puzzled. He suddenly thought of the reincarnation ceremony that was held once every 10,000 years. He had a strong premonition that the reincarnation ceremony would once again see the scene of a dragon and phoenix pulling a coffin. Shui Wei and Ling Xiao entered the Divine Bronze Palace together. Inside the Divine Bronze Palace, there were many armored and bloodied soldiers of the Samsara army kneeling in front of a white jade bed. A middle-aged Taoist with white hair and beard was lying on the white jade bed. He wore a yin-yang Taoist robe and had an otherworldly temperament. His face was compassionate. However, at this moment, his entire body was shrouded in black demonic light. His face was pale, and there was a black claw mark on his chest. Streams of black demonic chi spread out, turning his entire body pitch black. Only his head emitted a green light, which was still resisting the demonic chi with all its might. Ling Xiao could see that if he waited for the demonic chi to completely destroy the green light, the demonic chi would penetrate deep into his sea of consciousness and destroy his primordial spirit. At that time, even if the immortal king descended to the mortal world, he would not be able to save him. The saintess is back. Greetings to the saintess. Saintess, please save the great elder. In order to save us, he personally brought up the rear and was injured by the demon god. Saintess, the great elder can't hold on much longer. When the soldiers of the Samsara army saw Shui Wei, their eyes were filled with excitement. These were the great elder's most loyal subordinates. Even though the second elder, Lu Yan, was powerful and had taken over the Samsara army, they did not leave. They had always been by the great elder's side. Let me take a look. Shui Wei's eyes were solemn as she quickly walked over to check on the great elder's injuries. A ray of divine light shot from Shui Wei's fingertip into the great elder's body. Immediately, the great elder's body trembled. Black demonic chi emerged and formed a huge demon god shadow in the void. It looked extremely ferocious and its eyes were filled with evil. Ha ha ha. Samsara temple, if it weren't for you bastards, the sacred tribe would have escaped long ago. This old bastard is doomed. None of you can save him. When the sacred tribe escapes, it will be the time to trample over the Samsara temple. A loud roar resounded through the Samsara temple, bringing with it an extremely arrogant wave of energy. You're courting death. A sharp light flashed in Shui Wei's eyes as she unsheathed the 6 paths of reincarnation sword. A sharp sword chi swept across the sky and instantly shattered the demon god Shadow. Young master, this is the demon god of the Black Sky Demon clan, the Black Sky Demon god. He has planted the Black Sky Deathly Chi in the Great Elder's body. What should we do? Shui Wei's eyes revealed a trace of worry. The Black Sky Deathly Chi was extremely domineering and could take away one's essence, blood, primordial spirit, and lifespan. Countless people from the Samsara temple had died in the Black Sky Deathly Chi. If the Great Elder was not strong enough, he would not have been able to hold on for so long. Don't worry, let me try. Ling Zhao's eyes flashed as he came to the Great Elder's side. Boom! Ling Zhao's palm struck the Great Elder's chest. A golden vortex appeared in the center of his palm, exuding an extremely powerful devouring power. Ling Zhao activated the heaven-devouring secret skill in an attempt to completely devour and refine the Black Sky Deathly Chi. Rumble! Ling Zhao felt as though he had poked a hornet's nest. Boundless Black Sky Deathly Chi rose, containing the power of extermination and stillness. It wanted to pounce on Ling Zhao. The Black Sky Deathly Chi seemed to contain some kind of mysterious power of law. Although Ling Zhao's heaven-devouring secret skill could refine it, the process was extremely slow. Moreover, Ling Zhao could faintly feel that there was a Black Sky Demon seed in the Great Elder's body that was continuously releasing Black Sky Deathly Chi. The power of the Black Sky Demon God. It is indeed domineering. Unfortunately, you have fallen into my hands. Ling Zhao's eyes flashed, but his expression remained calm. Although the heaven-devouring secret skill could not deal with the Black Sky Deathly Chi, Ling Zhao still had the wordless heavenly book, which was the greatest nemesis of the extraterrestrial demons. Buzz! Ling Zhao's glabella lit up, and beams of dazzling light shot out like divine chains. They turned into a dazzling devouring vortex and began to devour the Black Sky Deathly Chi in a frenzy. The Black Sky Deathly Chi seemed to have sensed the aura of the wordless heavenly book and was extremely frightened. It immediately wanted to retreat into the Great Elder's body. However, how could Ling Zhao let it escape just like that? Boom! Beams of light from the wordless heavenly book penetrated deep into the Great Elder's body like tentacles and began to devour the Black Sky Deathly Chi in a frenzy. Under the devouring of the wordless heavenly book, the Black Sky Deathly Chi could not resist at all. It was devoured and refined one after another. Chapter 975. Where do you think you're going? Ling Zhao's eyes flashed. If he was not wrong, this black pearl was the Dark Sky Demonic Seed, the source of the Dark Sky Demonic God's power. It had been left in the First Elder's body, absorbing his life force. It seemed to be very intelligent and wanted to escape when it sensed danger. Swoosh! A few beams of light shot out from between Ling Zhao's eyebrows and wrapped around the Dark Sky Demon Seed. Then, the Dark Sky Demon Seed was pulled into the wordless heaven book and completely refined. Rumble! After the Dark Sky Demon Seed was refined, it turned into a majestic force that surged into Ling Zhao's body. Roar! Brat, I'll remember you. You've ruined my plan. I won't let you go. A demon god's shadow was struggling violently in the wordless heaven book. Its eyes were filled with cold killing intent and anger. The power contained in the Dark Sky Demon Seed was very strong. After it was refined, the power that was fed back to Ling Zhao allowed his cultivation to break through one level in an instant. 7th level Supreme Realm. Ling Zhao's body exuded an extremely strong aura. The strong wind blew, causing the Samsara army soldiers in the Samsara temple to stagger and lose their balance. Realization dawned on Ling Zhao. It turned out that the Black Sky Demon Seed was part of the Black Sky Demonic God's scheme. With the Dark Sky Demon's power, he could easily kill the Great Elder. However, he only injured the Great Elder so that he could use the Great Elder as a cauldron to nurture the Dark Sky Demon Seed. The Dark Sky Demon Seed contained a strand of the Dark Sky Demon God's avatar. Once the dark sky demon seed completely devoured the great elder's vitality, the dark sky demon god would be able to use the dark sky demon seed to send a projection avatar to the Samsara temple. Ling Xiao guessed that dark sky demon was a real god spirit. He was not someone a half-step god spirit like King Dushur could compare with. Even if it was just a projection, it would have the power of a half-step god spirit. If that happened, the Samsara temple would be in real danger. Ling Xiao told Xue Wei about his conjecture, and Xue Wei's expression turned serious. Young master, the dark sky demon is truly vicious. If it weren't for you, the great elder would have been killed and the Samsara temple would have been destroyed. Xue Wei looked at Ling Xiao and smiled. Her beautiful eyes were filled with extraordinary splendor. The dark sky demon is indeed very troublesome. Even if we destroy the dark sky demon seed this time, I'm afraid he will think of other ways. Don't go on a punitive expedition against the demon race for the time being. In a few, bring me to the place where the demon race is sealed. Let's see if we can get rid of these demon bastards once and for all. A sharp glint appeared in Ling Xiao's eyes. All right. Xue Wei nodded with a smile. After the dark sky demon seed in the first elder's body was removed, although his vitality was greatly injured, his life was no longer in any danger. After Xue Wei gave him the sacred healing medicine, she instructed everyone to take good care of the first elder before leaving with Ling Xiao. The Origin Sea, the sealed land of the demon race. This was an extremely sturdy space. Even a demon god would not be able to break through the space barrier and leave this place. The sealed land was also a prison where countless ancient great demons were imprisoned. The sky was dark and the earth was covered in yellow sand. There was no greenery at all. It looked like a barren land without even the slightest trace of spiritual energy. In a huge abyss, black demonic chi gushed out, and there were countless mysterious runes that formed an extremely powerful chain that pierced through a terrifying figure. Brat, I've remembered your aura. How dare you refine my dark sky demon seed? When I escape, I'll make sure you die without a burial place. I swear. The deafening roar shook the heavens. The black demon chi churned violently and formed various mysterious demon gods. Outside the abyss, countless demon race experts were trembling in fear. They knelt before the abyss, their eyes filled with reverence. The Empire of Nine Nether. In the mysterious chaotic space, a white-robed youth floated. He looked pale and had no aura, but his body exuded a mysterious wave. Boom! A vast aura emanated from the white-robed youth. He opened his eyes instantly. His cold eyes seemed to be able to pierce through the void. Ling Xiao, Xue Wei, the Panga clan, the Samsara temple. I'll make you beg for death. Only then can I vent my hatred. The white-robed youth's eyes were filled with hatred as he roared crazily. Lu Yen, are you satisfied with this body? An indifferent and dignified voice rang out. In front of the white-robed young man, chaotic mist spread out and a mysterious figure appeared. A pair of deep and resplendent eyes looked at the white-robed young man. Thank you, Your Majesty. This born Taoism aptitude has reached the sovereign realm. I believe that it won't be long before my cultivation level is completely restored. Please avenge me, Your Majesty. During the Samsara ceremony, I'll help Your Majesty control the Samsara temple. The white-robed youth bowed respectfully to the figure. It turned out that the white-robed youth was the second elder, Lu Yen. He had already split his primordial spirit into two. After his original body in the Samsara temple was killed by Ling Xiao, his primordial spirit possessed the body of the white-robed youth with the help of Yin Jiutian and was reborn. Good. Very good. Ling Xiao's combat strength is strong, but he's not a threat. He'll definitely die during the Samsara ceremony. This time, I'll take complete control of the Samsara temple. I'll kill anyone who stands in my way. Yin Jiutian said indifferently. His voice contained a cold murderous intent. Yes. Lu Yan's heart skipped a beat. He lowered his head respectfully and replied. Roar. A huge silver dragon that was thousands of feet long flew across the sky. Its body emitted dazzling silver lightning. The dragon's aura filled the air as it roared. Young master, this is the silver-ringed lightning snake you gave me. I found the inner elixir of an immemorial thunder dragon for it. It has become a real immemorial thunder dragon and is extremely powerful. Little Silver, come here. Shui Wei and Ling Xiao stood at the top of the mountain, surrounded by a sea of chaotic clouds. The silver dragon shuttled through the sea of clouds like a bolt of silver lightning. It was extremely fast. Whoosh! Hearing Shui Wei calling for it, the silver dragon flew across the sky. With a flash of light, it turned into a 1-foot-long silver snake and landed in Shui Wei's palm. Its eyes were full of joy as it rubbed against Shui Wei's palm intimately. Sister Shui Wei, who is this guy? Chapter 976. He's young Master Ling Xiao. He was the one who saved you back then. Do you remember? Shui Wei smiled faintly. I remember now. So it was you, bad guy. Not only did you steal my spirit spring, you also planted a slave imprint in me. Humph. Little Silver seemed to recall something, and he glared at Ling Xiao with an unfriendly gaze. Whoosh. Little Silver was like a bolt of silver lightning that was fast to the extreme. In an instant, it charged toward Ling Xiao. It spat out a bolt of silver lightning that contained a very powerful force. So fast. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a trace of amazement. In this state, the silver-ringed lightning snake was actually so fast that Ling Xiao couldn't react in time. Clang! Ling Xiao's body flickered with golden light, as if an ancient cauldron had appeared. Little Silver bumped into the King Heaven Devourer cauldron headfirst, leaving him dizzy and teary-eyed. He looked very cute. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, and he pinched Little Silver's weak spot with 2 fingers. Little guy, you really bite the hand that feeds you. If you hadn't followed Shui Wei, how could you have gotten such a great fortune? Ling Xiao said with a faint smile. Primordial thunder dragons were also a type of dragon, and were powerful divine beasts that could control lightning from birth. They were incomparably powerful. The silver-ringed lightning snake was originally just a demon with a very weak primordial thunder dragon bloodline in its body. If it hadn't refined the primordial thunder dragon's inner core, the silver-ringed lightning snake would have been a rank 8 demon at most. How could a demon emperor expert become a primordial thunder dragon, and break through to rank 9 demon venerate? Bad guy, let go of me. Little Silver looked at Ling Xiao a little fearfully. For some reason, Little Silver could sense a power in Ling Xiao's body that made him feel both intimacy and fear. Little Silver, don't be rude to the young master. Shui Wei glared at Little Silver helplessly. Little Silver's big, innocent eyes widened, looking very aggrieved. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Such a powerful primordial thunder dragon, who had just gained intelligence, was like a child, and actually threw a little tantrum. Little guy, this is your reward. Ling Xiao thought for a moment, then a resplendent golden elixir appeared in his hand and he handed it to Little Silver. The elixir was the size of a longan fruit and was perfectly round. It gave off a rich medicinal fragrance that could lift a person's spirits. This was the longevity golden pill refined by Ling Xiao. It could increase the power of the physical body and contained an incomparably vast amount of blood essence. It was also very effective for Yao beasts. Little Silver's eyes instantly lit up, and he swallowed the golden elixir of longevity in one gulp. Beaming, he flew back to Shui Wei's shoulder and rolled his eyes at Ling Xiao. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei couldn't help but laugh. Shui Wei, the dark sky demonic god, has planted the dark sky demonic seed in the Great Elder's body. I think there might be some changes in the sealed area. I need to go into seclusion for 3 days. After 3 days, bring me to the sealed area to have a look. Ling Xiao said with a serious look in his eyes. Good. Young master's martial prowess is unparalleled. You will surely be able to subdue the devil race in one fell swoop. Shui Wei said with a smile. Shui Wei prepared a secret room for Ling Xiao. After refining the dark sky demonic seed this time, Ling Xiao had broken through to the 7th level of the Supreme Realm. It was considered a good fortune, but it also showed Ling Xiao how powerful the dark sky demonic god was. A mere projection of an avatar had the power of a demigod. This dark sky demonic god must be a real deity. Although Ling Xiao's combat strength was strong now, he could only defeat a demigod. If he encountered a real deity, he might not be a match at all. The difference between a human and a deity was like the difference between heaven and earth. A demigod was just a mortal who borrowed a trace of a deity's power. Although Ling Xiao was a 10 Ultimates genius, he would need to be at least a titled supreme to break through the barrier between a human and a deity. Ling Xiao used 2 days to consolidate his cultivation and then took out the Aries set. The Aries set was an incomplete artifact, but Ling Xiao had obtained the Netherworld Black Mirror from the Nether Empress, which was the incomplete part of the Aries set. Buzz! After the Netherworld Black Mirror appeared, it instantly emitted a dazzling light. Like a stream of light, it directly imprinted on the Aries set. Rumble! The Aries set emitted an incomparably resplendent light, becoming resplendent and colorful. Mysterious runes appeared on the Aries set, and a mysterious scene of a mountain of corpses, a sea of blood, and a myriad of roaring spirits appeared. The Aries set had already been refined by Ling Xiao. At this moment, Ling Xiao finally felt the power of the Aries set. It was a kind of indestructible and vast power. It was as if nothing could break through the defense of the Aries set. With just a thought, the Aries armor appeared on his body. The black Aries set wrapped around Ling Xiao, making him look very majestic and mysterious. There were dragon heads coiled around his shoulders, and the shadows of the 4 sacred beasts appeared on his chest and back. This made Ling Xiao look less elegant, but more domineering and majestic. The Aries set looked extremely eye-catching. At first glance, one could tell that it was an incredible treasure. However, since Ling Xiao had refined the Aries set, it could be materialized according to his thoughts. With the Aries set, I'm afraid even a demigod won't be able to break through my defense. With this treasure, I might be able to fight against the demon god. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a trace of satisfaction. High-grade Aries set. Could it be that the Aries set is divided into grades? Ling Xiao's heart skipped a beat. After the Aries set was completed, he found some information about it. It was a high-grade Aries set, but there was no other information. Ling Xiao guessed that the Aries set was the armor of the Scarlet Dragon god of war. Now, it seemed that it was possible. However, although the Aries set was a complete divine weapon, it lacked a weapon spirit. Therefore, its power was greatly reduced. Even so, the Aries set was able to block the attack of a demigod. Ling Xiao's true dragon body in the complete realm, coupled with the power of the Aries set, made one's scalp tingle. Ling Xiao left the secret room. Xue Wei was waiting outside. Looking at the Aries armor on Ling Xiao's body, Ling Xiao looked majestic, as though a peerless god of war had descended, causing Xue Wei's beautiful eyes to ripple with a strange light. Young master, you look great now. Very good. Xue Wei said with a smile. Of course. Don't you know who your young master is? Ling Xiao said with a proud smile. He was very relaxed. Xue Wei covered her mouth and smiled. Her eyes were as gentle as water. It was very moving. Xue Wei, what are you doing here? Ling Xiao asked. Young master, the great elder has woken up. He wants to see you. Xue Wei smiled. The great elder? Great, I want to see him too. This time, we will go to the sealed land. Perhaps the great elder will have some useful information. Chapter 977. Ling Xiao met the first elder in the Samsara temple. The first elder was wearing a yin-yang Taoist robe. His hair and beard were white, and his face was clear. He looked like an immortal. His eyes were deep and seemed to be able to see through everything. He was tall and slender. Although his face was pale due to his serious injuries, his outstanding temperament was still unforgettable. You must be Ling Xiao, my friend. Thank you for saving Shui Wei and the Samsara Temple. I will never forget your kindness. The first elder bowed respectfully to Ling Xiao and said in a serious tone. Please get up, first elder. You are too serious. Shui Wei is like a sister to me. It is only right that I save her. I heard from Shui Wei that you have taken good care of her. Thank you. Ling Xiao helped the first elder up and said with a smile. He cupped his hands and bowed to the first elder. Shui Wei had come to the samsara world alone without anyone to rely on. Although she had become the saintess of the samsara temple, she would have suffered more if the first elder had not stood up for her. Therefore, Ling Xiao was very grateful to the first elder. Just a sister. When Shui Wei heard Ling Xiao's words, she sighed in her heart and felt a little sad. My friend, you are too polite. You are a genius. With your current cultivation, you are able to contend with King Dusher and the Nether Empress. You have even killed King Dusher. That is really admirable. If everyone in the samsara world worked together like you, the demon tribe would not be a threat. The first elder sighed softly. Ling Xiao smiled faintly and said, Great elder, where there are people, there will be disputes. After 1,000,000 years of peace, they have already forgotten the tragedy of the great calamity back then. They have forgotten the battles and blood of their ancestors. They insist on sleeping. How can you wake up someone who is pretending to be asleep? 10,000 years ago, the Samsara temple was very powerful. Every generation of saintess was the most powerful person in the Samsara world. The Samsara army and the Pangu tribe were well known. The empire of 9 Yu and the 10 temple kings were bound by the great Samsara oath. Therefore, they were able to live in peace for 1,000,000 years. However, the disappearance of the saintess of Samsara 10,000 years ago left the Samsara temple without a leader. Then, the ambitious Yin Jiutian appeared in the Jiu Yu Empire and tried to get rid of the Samsara temple and dominate the whole Samsara world. Therefore, even if Shui Wei returned 10,000 years later and succeeded the position of saintess, Yin Jiutian's power had already been established, and Shui Wei could not do anything alone. Young friend Ling is right. We really can't wake someone who's pretending to be asleep. Therefore, I won't let Yin Jiutian succeed in this reincarnation sacrificial ceremony. The first elder smiled and said in a carefree manner. What is Yin Jiutian trying to do in the reincarnation ceremony? Ling Xiao asked curiously. He did not believe that Yin Jiutian would be able to control the Samsara temple after marrying Shui Wei. The great Samsara oath might be involved as well. Young friend Ling, this is what happened. The great elder did not try to hide anything from Ling Xiao. 1,000,000 years ago, the first reincarnation saintess established the Jiu Yu Empire and the 10 kings of the 10 palaces. They were inherited by her 11 subordinates to manage the reincarnation world. The Samsara temple was in charge of guarding the demon tribe. The Jiu Yu Empire and the 10 kings of the 10 palaces swore the great Samsara oath that they would be loyal to the saintess of the Samsara temple for the rest of their lives. They would never betray the Jiu Yu Emperor and the 10 kings of the 10 palaces during the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony that was held once every 10,000 years. They would follow the saintess into the sealed land to kill the experts of the demon tribe and strengthen the seal. The great Samsara oath was not only an oath to the heavenly Tao, but it was also recorded in a treasure called the reincarnation stand. If anyone dared to disobey the great Samsara oath, they would be detected by the reincarnation stand and die. However, 10,000 years ago, the saintess went missing. During the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony, powerful extraterrestrial demons tried to break the seal and escape. Although the Samsara temple tried their best to suppress them, they suffered heavy losses. Even the reincarnation stand disappeared. It was only later that we found out that the reincarnation stand was stolen by Yin Jiutian. Relying on the reincarnation stand to suppress the great Samsara oath, Yin Jiutian no longer obeyed the orders of the Samsara temple. He continued to infiltrate the other kings of the 10 palaces, hoping to join forces with them to destroy the Samsara temple. Now, except for King Qingguang, King Chujiang and King Songdi, the other kings of the 7 palaces have been subdued by Yin Jiutian. As long as the saintess personally abolished the Great Samsara Oath or killed the saintess and destroyed the Samsara temple, their Great Samsara Oath would be completely erased. This is why Yin Jiutian chose to take action during the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony. Ling Shao gradually understood the relationship between the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony, the Great Samsara Oath and the reincarnation stand. If Yin Jiutian wanted to become the true ruler of the samsara world, he had to break the Great Samsara Oath. Therefore, the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony was his only chance. If he failed, he would die. It was imaginable that Yin Jiutian would do whatever it took to win the reincarnation sacrificial ceremony. Yin Jiutian is indeed a formidable man. Ling Shao said with a faint smile. That's right. He is indeed a formidable man. Whether it is his wisdom, means, or strength, they are all unfathomable. But if he uses these powers to deal with the demon tribe, we won't be under so much pressure. The great elder shook his head with a wry smile. Everyone has their own ambitions. This is something that can't be forced. Whether Yin Jiutian wants to become the ruler of the samsara world or become a god, I don't care. But if he wants to harm Shui Wei, I will not let him go. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with a sharp light. Young friend Ling Xiao, you must not underestimate Yin Jiutian. If not for the Great Samsara Oath, Yin Jiutian's strength could be said to be the most powerful man in the world. Although King Dushir has refined the godhead, he is no match for Yin Jiutian. The great elder reminded him. No matter how powerful he is at most a half step to divine spirit, right? Could it be that he can become a real god? Ling Shao asked. The path of heaven has been cut off and the gate of the divine world has been closed. It is impossible to become a true divine spirit in the mortal world. But I suspect that Yin Jiutian is colluding with the demon tribe. Perhaps he has obtained some powerful techniques from the demon god, which will allow him to approach the realm of true divine spirit. The great elder said with a solemn look. Colluding with the demon tribe? Yin Jiutian really deserves to die. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with a trace of killing intent. The living beings in this world and the demon tribe could not coexist. If they colluded with the demon tribe, it would be an unforgivable sin. Even if they died 10,000 times, they would not regret it. I heard from Shui Wei that young friend Ling Xiao is going to the sealed land with Shui Wei. With your strength, young friend Ling Xiao should be able to go. Perhaps you can investigate the collusion between Yin Jiutian and the demon tribe. The great elder said slowly. Chapter 978. Good. Don't worry, great elder. If Yin Jiu really colludes with the demon race, he will definitely die. Great elder, please explain the situation of the sealed land to me. Ling Shao said to the great elder. The great elder nodded and said, then I am relieved. The sealed land is a space created by the first reincarnation saintess when she merged her life with the origin sea. There are countless demon race beasts sealed there. They are at least demon generals, demon kings, and even demon gods. However, over the past million years, countless demon race members have lived and died in the sealed land. Gradually, the 10 tribes of the demon race were formed. Every time the Samsara temple attacked the demonic tribe, we killed the demonic tribe who tried to escape from the sealed lands and strengthened the seals. We never went too deep into the sealed lands. The great elder gave Ling Shao a brief introduction of the situation in the sealed land. According to the great elder's introduction, the total number of people in the 10 demon tribes was probably more than 100 million, and each tribe had a demon god powerhouse that they worshipped. Therefore, a conservative estimate put the total number of demon god powerhouses in the sealed land at 10 great demon gods. However, the demon gods were sealed in the sealed land. Even if a demon god escaped, he could only exert the cultivation of a demon king. There was no spiritual energy in the sealed land. Divine power, primordial spirit, and rules of order were severely suppressed. Only a strong physical body could survive in the sealed land. This was also because the sealed land's environment was too harsh. Otherwise, with the demon race's terrifying reproduction ability, how could there only be 100 million demons a million years ago? However, the 10 tribes of the demon race and the 10 great demon gods in the sealed land shocked Ling Xiao. It seemed that the demon race in the sealed land was indeed terrifying and powerful. It was no wonder that the first saintess could not kill them all 1,000,000 years ago and could only seal them. Moreover, the Samsara temple and the sealed land had formed a strange balance over the past 1,000,000 years. No matter which balance was broken, the situation in the Samsara world would change drastically. Take the dark sky demon god for example. He is the demon god of the heavenly demon tribe. The heavenly demon tribe is also known as the strongest tribe of the 10 tribes of the demon race. There are more than 10 million people in the tribe, and every one of them is extremely powerful. This time, you and the saintess have to be careful when you enter the sealed land. The first elder said with a solemn expression. Dark sky devil. If the sealed land can really restrict a demon god's cultivation, then I really want to meet this dark sky demon god. Ling Xiao smiled faintly, and a strong desire to battle appeared in his eyes. Ling Xiao also wanted to see for himself how strong a real god was. Young friend Ling, don't be careless. Although the sealed land restricts the cultivation of the demon gods, the power of the seal has weakened greatly over the past 1,000,000 years. No one knows if there are any demon gods that have escaped, let alone how powerful they are. Just like this time, we didn't even see the dark sky devil. Just a projection of his avatar injured me and left behind the dark sky devil seed. The first elder wasn't so optimistic. Instead, he reminded the first elder. Wang. A light flashed in the great elder's hand, and 2 jade boxes appeared. After opening them, 2 rays of light flashed, and instantly appeared in front of Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. This is a demon. Xue Wei looked curiously at the 2 figures in front of her. It was a man and a woman. The man was a burly man in his 40s. His body was muscular, and he was 10 feet tall. His entire body exuded an extremely dark aura. The woman was a young girl in her teens. Her figure was very hot, and she was tall and slender. Her skin was like jade, and she looked very beautiful. Her large eyes shone with a seductive charm. They looked very similar to humans, except that their pupils were blue, and their ears were pink. They were a little pointy, and there were 2 black demon horns on their heads. However, Ling Xiao realized that these 2 figures weren't real demons. Their bodies were empty, and there was nothing inside. They were just 2 pieces of human skin. They are from the heavenly devil tribe. I caught 2 demons during our expedition against the demon race. I skinned them and used their skin to make 2 secret treasures. Once you put them on, you can become a member of the heavenly devil tribe. No matter if it's your aura or appearance, there won't be any flaws. This way, you will be able to sneak into the sealed land without being discovered. The great elder said with a smile. The great elder's methods are indeed extraordinary. However, I'm sure you must have used a lot of treasures to make these 2 secret treasures. Otherwise, it would be much easier for the Samsara temple to hunt down the demon race with 1 each. Ling Xiao's eyes glinted as he spoke with a smile. That's right. These 2 secret treasures can imitate the blood and primordial spirit of the demon race. It requires a lot of treasures from the demon race. So far, I've only managed to make 3 of them. These 2 should be of great help to you in your journey to the sealed land. The great elder said with a smile. He was obviously very satisfied with these 2 ingenious treasures. Thank you, great elder. Ling Xiao said with a smile. With these 2 secret treasures, their journey would be much safer. Although Ling Xiao was very powerful and could even fight against a demon god, it was better to be safe before they knew the situation in the sealed land. Then, Ling Xiao and Xue Wei bade farewell to the great elder and left the Samsara temple. Xue Wei's 6 paths of reincarnation sword was the sword of the first Samsara saintess. It contained an extremely mysterious power. With the 6 paths of reincarnation sword in hand, Xue Wei would be in perfect harmony with the origin sea and would be able to move freely in it. Moreover, the 6 paths of reincarnation sword could also open the sealed land. As long as Shui Wei held the 6 paths of reincarnation sword in the sealed land, her strength would not be restricted. Instead, she would be able to exert more strength. This was the reason why the Great Elder felt assured to let Ling Xiao and Shui Wei go to the sealed land together. Swoosh! A rainbow bridge pierced through the void and extended toward the endless origin sea. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei stepped onto the rainbow bridge and hurried toward the sealed land. In the origin sea, the chaotic mist filled the air. The power of laws intertwined and turned into huge waves that looked vast and majestic. The power was extremely terrifying. Ling Xiao felt that even a titled supreme being would be torn to pieces in an instant if he entered the origin sea rashly. The 6 paths of reincarnation sword emitted rays of green light that enveloped Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. They were not affected at all. Young master, that's the sealed land. Shui Wei's eyes flashed as she suddenly pointed to a mysterious island in the origin sea. An island? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed. That place looked like a small island in the middle of the endless sea. It looked extremely mysterious. However, Ling Xiao could feel that the island was formed by endless power of laws and there were spatial fluctuations in it. Let's go in, young master. The 6 paths of reincarnation sword in Shui Wei's hand trembled. Suddenly, a snow-white sword light traversed hundreds of millions of miles and connected to the mysterious island in an instant. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei were surrounded by endless light as they arrived in a mysterious space in an instant. It was an extremely barren space. Chapter 979. So this is the sealed place. It's indeed very harsh. There's not a trace of the essence of heaven and earth here. The demon tribe is indeed not to be underestimated. Ling Xiao sighed softly as a trace of seriousness appeared in his eyes. At this moment, Ling Xiao and Shui Wei had already put on the 2 treasures. With a shake of their bodies, they had transformed into a boorish man and a pretty girl. That's right. The demon tribe is like a swarm of locusts. They don't produce and only know how to conquer and kill. They are extremely cruel and can't coexist with the human tribe and the demon tribe. If they escape, the entire reincarnation world will be doomed. Shui Wei said softly. Let's go and find out the situation first. Let's find out the strength of the 10 demon tribes and the whereabouts of the 10 great demon gods. Since we can't coexist with them, let's kill them all. A sharp glint appeared in Ling Xiao's eyes. The wordless heavenly book in his mind trembled slightly. It was a wave of excitement, as though it had encountered a delicacy. If not for Ling Xiao's suppression, the wordless heavenly book might have flown out by itself. Ling Xiao knew that the extraterrestrial demons were an unimaginable temptation to the wordless heavenly book. They were like fire and water that couldn't coexist. The experts of the demon tribe were the best nourishment for the wordless heavenly book. All right. Shui Wei smiled. She rose up with Ling Xiao and flew towards the depths of the sealed place. The sealed place was surrounded by a yellow desert. It was also the place where the Samsara temple had conquered the demon tribe. The core of the sealed place was hundreds of thousands of miles of yellow sand. There were 10 demon tribes and 10 huge cities built there. After flying for hundreds of thousands of miles, they saw a barren mountain. It looked barren and lifeless. However, there was a group of demons who were excavating a barren mountain and digging out black crystals from it. These devils were over 3 meters tall. They had green faces and fangs, human bodies and pig heads. Their bodies were covered with black scales, and their faces were extremely ferocious. At a glance, there were over 10,000 of them. However, the cultivation of these demons was not high. Most of them were below the level of demon general. Only the leader of the group was a 3-star demon general, which was comparable to a 3rd-level venerable. He wore a long robe of inferior quality and held a whip in his hand. He looked very arrogant as he commanded the other demons to excavate the barren mountain. It's the Pig Demon Clan, one of the 10 demon clans. Shui Wei said to Ling Xiao. Pig Devil Clan. Just nice, I can capture him to inquire about some information. Ling Xiao said with a slight smile. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei did not restrain their auras. Their flying speed was extremely fast, and they landed on the barren mountain in an instant. Who are you? Why have you come to our territory? The leader of the pig demon clan said some obscure syllables. It was the language of the demon tribe. However, at Ling Xiao's level, he could understand the meaning of the syllables just by looking at the fluctuation of his primordial spirit. Hence, he understood it instantly. The leader of the pig demon clan was extremely vigilant. He could not see through the cultivation of these two fellows in front of him, but he could tell that they were from the heavenly demon tribe. The heavenly demon tribe was the most powerful tribe among the 10 demon clans. There were many experts in the tribe, and it could be said that they were the leaders of the 10 demon clans. The people from the other 9 tribes were extremely respectful when they saw the people from the heavenly demon tribe. How dare you? I'm Mo Shan from the heavenly demon tribe. Who are you? How dare you be rude to me? Ling Xiao's eyes widened, revealing an extremely fierce and arrogant look. People from the heavenly demon tribe? What proof do you have? The leader of the pig demon clan's face changed, but he turned his eyes and asked Ling Xiao. Proof. The name of Demon Mountain is proof. You bastards of the Boar Devil clan, do you dare to doubt my identity? Ling Xiao's eyes darkened as he said coldly. Hee hee. Who knows if you're from the heavenly demon tribe? The humans from the Samsara temple have been attacking us recently, and the leaders of the 10 demon clans have ordered everyone to have proof of identity. If you can produce it, I'll apologize to you. If you can't produce it, don't blame me for bringing you to the pig demon city to receive a reward. The leader of the pig demon clan sneered as he became more and more suspicious. Moreover, his identity was not ordinary. Even if the two fellows in front of him were from the heavenly demon tribe, they could not do anything to him. On the other hand, the pretty young lady had a voluptuous figure, and she exuded a different kind of seduction. Her seductive eyes made the leader of the pig demon clan even more aroused. How could the fat pigs in the pig demon clan compare to such a beautiful lady? If he could have her under his body, the feeling would be indescribable. Looking at the 5 people around him, the leader of the pig demon clan could not help but be lustful. Oh. What is the proof of identity that you mentioned? I forgot to bring it today. Do you dare to disrespect us? Ling Xiao smiled faintly as a cold ray of light flashed in his eyes. How could he not see that the leader of the pig demon clan had been staring at Shui Wei? The lust in his eyes was obvious. Forgot to bring it? Ha ha ha. Lad, who are you trying to fool? I can see that you're a spy from the humans. Men, capture them. The leader of the pig demon clan laughed out loud as his eyes were filled with disdain. Although he could not see through Ling Xiao and Shui Wei's cultivation, he could feel that the fluctuations of their cultivation were not strong. That was why he dared to kill them. Roar! Kill them! Kill this man and give the woman to our lord. Don't let them escape. The pig demons who were mining looked ferocious. Their eyes were filled with murderous intent as they roared and charged towards Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. The evils we bring upon ourselves are the hardest to bear. Ling Xiao sighed as a cold, murderous intent flashed in his eyes. Boom! A boundless aura was emitted from his body. He threw a punch, and the pure power of his physical body burst out. The void was compressed, and a huge fist came crashing down on the tens of thousands of demonic pigs. Boom! As the fist landed, blood and flesh splattered everywhere. Thousands of pig demons exploded into a mist of blood and were devoured by the wordless heavenly book in an instant. Clang! Shui Wei unsheathed the 6 paths of reincarnation sword and turned into tens of thousands of dazzling sword radiances in the void. They slashed down from the sky and killed all the pig demons who had escaped. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei had killed tens of thousands of pig demons as soon as they attacked. The leader of the pig demon clan was stunned. He did not even have time to react before all his subordinates were killed. Bastards, you're courting death. The leader of the pig demon clan roared as his eyes were filled with anger. He raised the long whip in his hand and lashed it towards Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. Chapter 980. Whoosh! A long black whip flew across the sky, surrounded by black divine light. It was like a black dragon flying across the sky, containing immense power. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed coldly. He grabbed the black whip of the leader of the pig demon clan and pulled it hard. The leader of the pig demon clan felt an unparalleled divine power coming towards him. His expression changed drastically as he was pulled over by Ling Xiao. Bang! Ling Xiao kicked the chest of the leader of the boar demon clan. Immediately, a crisp sound was heard. The leader's chest caved in and his ribs were broken. He suddenly spat out a mouthful of blood and let out an incomparably miserable shriek. Ah! The leader of the boar demon clan was terrified. Only now did he realize that he had bitten off more than they could chew. However, both of them looked very young. How could they possess such terrifying power? Bang! Ling Xiao stepped on the body of the leader of the pig demon clan and asked indifferently, "Do you want to live or die?" "I want to live, I don't want to die." "Spare me, sir. Spare me." The leader of the boar devil clan begged for mercy, his eyes filled with terror. "Very well. Give me a strand of your primordial spirit," Ling Xiao said indifferently. The leader of the pig demon clan did not dare to refuse. He gave Ling Xiao a strand of his primordial spirit and allowed Ling Xiao to control his life and death. "Get up. What is your name? What are you doing here?" Ling Xiao asked. Knowing that his life was in Ling Xiao's hands, the leader of the pig demon clan became extremely obedient. He hurriedly replied, "My lord, my name is Zhu Laojiu. I'm a member of the pig demon clan. I was sent here to mine demonic crystals because I offended a powerful person in my clan." Demonic crystals? Is this it? Where did these demonic crystals come from? Ling Xiao picked up a black crystal and could feel the pure demonic qi in it. Zhu Laojiu's body trembled. This guy didn't even know about demon crystals. He was indeed from the human race. If the strong people in his race found out that he had sided with the human race, he would die without a grave. It seemed like he had to find a way to escape. However, when he thought about how Ling Xiao controlled his life and death, Zhu Jiu felt that his future was bleak. The devil crystals are the crystallization of devil qi formed underground by the Lord Demon Gods after absorbing the essence of the heavens. They can be used by us devils to cultivate. This is one of the magic crystal mines occupied by our boar devil clan, but it's almost been mined out, so very few people come here. Zhu Laojiu replied honestly even though he had a lot of thoughts in his mind. How many powerhouses does your boar devil clan have? What are their cultivation bases? Ling Xiao asked, ignoring what Zhu Jiu was thinking. Our pig devil clan has a total of 8 million clansmen. Among the 10 demon tribes, we can be ranked in the top 8. Our patriarch and elders are all demon kings. We have more than 500 demon generals and more than 30 demon kings. Furthermore, we have the protection of Sir Pig Devil God. Old Pig proudly declared. The top 8 of the 10 demon tribes? He is indeed very strong. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a strange look. This Zhu Laojiu was really confident. However, a mere boar devil clan had more than 500 demon generals and more than 30 demon kings. This kind of strength was indeed very strong. If not for the Samsara temple taking the initiative, they might not even have been able to defeat the boar devil clan. The devils in this sealed place were indeed very strong. Ling Xiao became vigilant in his heart. Demon generals and demon kings were nothing to worry about, but demon gods had to be guarded against. However, Zhu Laojiu probably didn't know how many demon gods there were in the sealed place. If he could capture the boar devil god, he might be able to get some clues. Has the boar devil god broken free from the seal? Where is he now? Ling Xiao asked indifferently. Zhu Laojiu's eyes rolled around, but he still replied, although Sir Pig Devil God hasn't completely broken free from the seal, he can already project a clone. He is in the holy land of our boar devil city, Fulling Mountain. Alright, take me to the Boar Devil City. Ling Xiao said indifferently. Zhu Laojiu jumped in fright, and said with some difficulty, Sir, although you are disguised as a member of the Celestial Devil tribe, and even the Patriarch and the Elders might not be able to discover you, you definitely can't hide from Sir Pig Devil God's eyes. If you go to the Boar Devil City, I'm afraid you will be in danger. Then you have to think of a way. Otherwise, why would I spare your life? If I am discovered by the Boar Devil God, don't worry, you will definitely die before me. Ling Xiao said with a beaming smile. Zhu Laojiu immediately had a mournful expression, looking even more unsightly than if his parents had died. Zhu Laojiu thought for a while, then said with clenched teeth, Sir, I can take you to the Boar Devil City, but in 3 days, we will offer sacrifices to Sir Pig Devil God. At that time, Sir Pig Devil God will wake up. You must leave the Boar Devil City, otherwise Sir Pig Devil God will definitely discover you. Sacrifice of the Boar Devil clan. I wonder how you will offer sacrifices. Ling Xiao asked with some curiosity. We caught 100 Devil Snake clan women. Sir Pig Devil God loves to eat Devil Snake clan women the most. Their skin is soft and tender, and their taste is simply unforgettable. It's a pity that I only got a piece of Devil Snake clan woman during the last sacrifice. Zhu Laojiu said slowly, revealing a trace of intoxication in his eyes. Xue Wei's brows slightly creased. These demons were indeed brutal, to actually eat each other and attack each other. However, it would be best if they could perish together. Ling Xiao asked, Devil Snake clan women? Will there be any war between the 10 demon tribes? War is a common thing. This world is too barren, and simply cannot support so many demons. Wars break out for the sake of resources and food reserves. These are all promised by Sir Demon God. Zhu Laojiu explained. Alright. Let's go, we are going to the Boar Devil City. Ling Xiao said indifferently. Although Zhu Laojiu was extremely unwilling, his little life was now in Ling Xiao's hands. He could only sullenly take Ling Xiao and Xue Wei, and fly towards the Boar Devil City. From this barren mountain, after flying for about 100,000 li, they saw a huge city. That was the Boar Devil City. Although it was called a huge city, it actually looked like a mess of stones, casually pieced together to form a city wall. It looked very crude, without the slightest sense of beauty. And the houses in the Boar Devil City were simply like the pigsty of mortals, casually made with a few huge stones to form a house. The Boar Devil City was also known as one of the 10 great cities. This made Ling Xiao feel very disappointed. However, Ling Xiao could feel that there were many powerful auras in the Boar Devil City. Those should be the devil generals and devil kings of the Boar Devil clan. Chapter 981. The demonic pig city was filled with ferocious-looking demonic pig clansmen. However, there were also some experts from other demon clans. For example, the demonic wolf clan with the head of a wolf and the body of a human, the demonic snake clan with the body of a huge snake, and the demonic rat clan with the eyes of a thief. The streets were dirty and stained with blood. Many demons had set up stalls on both sides of the street. Fresh demonic rabbit clan beauty, only 100 demonic crystals. Demonic general weapon made by Master Lu, let's go take a look. Fresh fried meat of the demonic clan, only a demonic crystal for 500 grams. The freshest organs of the human clan, one of a kind, 1,000 demonic crystals for 500 grams. The stalls on both sides of the street were filled with all sorts of items. There were weapons and pills of the demonic clan, but most of them were fresh meat. There was even the flesh of the human clan for sale. However, the price of the flesh of the human clan was the most expensive. The moment it appeared, it would be snatched up by the experts of the demonic clan. Ling Xiao saw a demonic pig clan expert chewing on an arm after buying it. His mouth was full of blood and he looked extremely ferocious. Although Xue Wei had been through many battles, she couldn't help but frown when she saw the demonic clan eating raw meat. It was simply too cruel. These demons were even worse than demonic beasts. They only knew how to kill and plunder. Ling Zhao's eyes were filled with murderous intent when he saw the people selling the flesh of the human clan. Those were probably the corpses left behind by the demonic clan when the reincarnation army conquered the demonic clan. In the end, the demonic clan brought them here to sell. Furthermore, the flesh of the human clan was unimaginably attractive to the demonic clan. Devouring the flesh and primordial spirit of the human clan was not only delicious to the demonic clan, but it could also increase their cultivation level rapidly. Zhu Laojiu looked at Ling Xiao fearfully. He was afraid that Ling Xiao would kill everyone here in a fit of rage. If that happened, Ling Xiao might die, but he would also be buried here. Fortunately, Ling Xiao didn't fly into a rage in front of everyone. Zhu Laojiu heaved a sigh of relief. Zhu Laojiu, you actually dare to return to the demonic pig city? Aren't you afraid that the third young master will find trouble with you? Right at this moment, a gloomy voice sounded. A group of armored boar devil warriors walked over from afar. The leader was a boar devil powerhouse. He was a 2-star devil general and had a fat head and big ears. He looked at ninth brother Zhu very arrogantly. Zhu Shisan, whether or not I return to the pig demon city has nothing to do with you, right? These 2 lords from the heavenly devil tribe are here to observe the ceremony. If you know what's good for you, then hurry up and scram. Zhu Laojiu sneered. This Zhu Shisan in front of him was his sworn enemy. He was also a captain that commanded tens of thousands of people. If Zhu Shisan hadn't offended the third young master, Zhu Shisan wouldn't have been reduced to mining magic crystals. Lord of the Sky Devil Tribe. Zhu Shisan looked at Ling Xiao and Xue Wei with a tinge of fear in his eyes. However, when he saw Xue Wei, his eyes lit up and he looked at her passionately. What are you looking at? If you keep looking, I'll dig your eyes out. Xue Wei's eyes flashed coldly as she looked at Zhu Shisan. Zhu Laojiu, the people watching the ceremony are all in the Red Mountain courtyard. Serve the 2 lords well. If you make any mistakes, the third young master won't let you off. Zhu Shisan's face was a little ugly. However, he knew that he couldn't afford to offend the people from the heavenly devil tribe. He could only vent his anger on Zhu Laojiu. You don't have to worry about that. Hurry up and scram. Don't spoil the mood of the 2 lords. Zhu Laojiu sneered. Seeing Zhu Shisan being humiliated made him very happy. It was rare for him to be able to use the power of the third young master to intimidate others. Zhu Shisan snorted coldly. He then looked at Xue Wei deeply before leading the crowd away. My lords, Zhu Shisan is the third young master's man. The third young master is greedy and lustful. Although Zhu Shisan doesn't dare to be rude to the 2 lords, I'm afraid that he will report it to the third young master. I'm afraid that there will be some trouble then. Zhu Laojiu looked at Ling Xiao and Xue Wei nervously. It's fine. If he wants to die, I don't mind fulfilling his wish. Ling Xiao faintly smiled. After entering the pig demon city, Ling Xiao could feel that there were many powerhouses in the city. Especially in the center of the barren mountain, there was a vast and obscure aura that made Ling Xiao's mind tremble. He reckoned that this was the place where the legendary pig demon god was sealed. My lords, the third young master is most favored by the patriarch. If you kill him, I'm afraid the patriarch won't let you off. Let's go to the Red Mountain courtyard first. The sacrificial ceremony is approaching. The third young master shouldn't be too presumptuous. Zhu Laojiu said with a bitter smile. He led Ling Xiao and Xue Wei unimpeded all the way to the depths of the pig demon city. The barren mountain in the depths was the Fulling Mountain. It was also the place where the pig demon god was sealed. On the periphery of the Fulling Mountain, there was a crude building complex. It was the Red Mountain courtyard. It was also the place where the pig demon clan received their guests. The pig demon clan's sacrificial ceremony was very famous in the entire sealed land. So even before the sacrificial ceremony, many powerhouses from other demon clans had already come to observe the ceremony. Although there were 10 demon clans in the sealed land, they were only the 10 most powerful forces. Apart from them, there were also some weak demon clans, such as the Chicken Demon Clan, the Rabbit Demon Clan, and so on. Their survival was extremely difficult, and they would often end up as food for the 10 demon clans. The Celestial Demon Clan was very powerful. They were the true royal clan in the Sealed Land. Although the Pig Demon Clan's sacrificial ceremony was famous, very few people from the Celestial Demon Clan came to observe the ceremony. This time, Zhu Laojiu brought 2 lords from the Celestial Demon Clan, which immediately caused a stir. Many people came to observe. Powerhouses from the Demonic Wolf Clan, Demonic Tiger Clan, Demonic Wind Clan, and so on were very curious about the identity of Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. Especially after seeing Xue Wei, their gazes became even more fervent. It was as if a hand would reach out from their eyes and take off Xue Wei's clothes. Humph. Ling Xiao snorted coldly. His entire body exuded an extremely powerful aura, causing the void to shake. The surrounding powerhouses from the Demon Clan also revealed a trace of respect in their eyes. Only then did they restrain themselves. Ling Xiao and Xue Wei stayed together in a courtyard that looked relatively clean. This was almost the best place in the entire Red Mountain courtyard. It attracted the envy of many powerhouses from the Demon Clan. The ladies from the Celestial Demon Clan are so beautiful. If I can play with them, even if I have to shorten my life by a few years, I'm willing. That's right. Although the beauties from the Rabbit Demon Clan and the Chicken Demon Clan are not bad, how can they be compared to the beauties from the Celestial Demon Clan? What a pity, that man from the Celestial Demon Clan seems to be very strong. Shoo, even if you want to die, can you stay away from me? I heard that the people from the Celestial Demon Clan kill people like flies. If they hear you, you're finished. Chapter 982. These guys are really courting death. Xue Wei, wait until I find out more about the Pig Demon God, then I'll kill them all. Ling Xiao smiled faintly, a sharp glint flashing in his eyes. From what he had seen and heard in the Pig Demon City, Ling Xiao could see that humans and demons were indeed unable to coexist. Demons didn't care about production, and only knew how to kill and plunder. Like locusts, they were even inferior to wild beasts in Ling Xiao's eyes. Even if Ling Xiao were to slaughter tens of millions of such demons, he wouldn't have any psychological burden. Moreover, the flesh and soul of demon powerhouses were the best nourishment for the wordless heavenly book. Ling Xiao came this time with the intention of slaughtering them all, turning the whole place upside down. It would be best if he could inflict heavy losses on the 10 demon tribes, and then see if he could kill 1 or 2 demon gods. Young master, it seems that the demon powerhouses are more numerous than we thought. The Pig Demon God's strength is unfathomable, we shouldn't take too much risk. Xue Wei looked seriously at Ling Xiao and said. Don't worry, Xue Wei. But I just checked, the Fulling Mountain is heavily guarded. I'm afraid it won't be that easy to find out more about the Pig Demon God. If we can cause chaos in the Pig Demon City, then maybe we'll have a chance. Ling Xiao smiled faintly, a glint flashing in his eyes. Oh, could it be that young master has a plan? Xue Wei's eyes lit up, and asked. Xue Wei, if the 3rd son of the Pig Demon Clan's patriarch dies, won't the whole Pig Demon City fall into chaos? Ling Xiao said slowly. Young master, are you thinking of killing that 3rd young master? Why don't you let me go? I'll divert their attention, and you can go investigate the Fulling Mountain. Xue Wei immediately understood Ling Xiao's idea. Killing the 3rd young master of the Pig Demon Clan would not only incur the wrath of the patriarch, but also cause chaos in the whole Pig Demon City. At that time, they could take advantage of the chaos to enter the Fulling Mountain. No need. Xue Wei, wait for my news in the Red Mountain courtyard. I'll come back to meet you after killing that 3rd young master, and then we'll enter the Fulling Mountain together. He did not want Xue Wei to put herself in danger. Furthermore, Ling Xiao's sky-devouring secret skill was incomparably profound. The wordless heavenly book could also devour the flesh and blood of the devil race's Yuan Shen, allowing Ling Xiao to imitate the movements of the devil race's Yuan Shen. It was much safer than Xue Wei. All right. Young master, you must be careful. Shui Wei nodded her head obediently. Ling Xiao called Zhu Laojiu over and asked him where third young master lived. Sir, what are you trying to do? Third young master's side is filled with experts, and he even has Demon King level experts as guards. Don't do anything stupid, or else we'll all die. Zhu Laojiu was so scared that his face turned pale. He quickly tried to persuade him. He felt that although Ling Xiao's strength was strong, he was probably at the Devil King realm at most. One must know that there were dozens of Devil King realm experts in the entire Pig Demon City. Even if they attacked together, they could exhaust Ling Xiao to death. Don't worry, I won't kill him. I'm just going to visit him. Ling Xiao smiled faintly. Really? Zhu Laojiu was doubtful. He felt that Ling Xiao was lying to him. That's right. Tell me quickly. Ling Xiao said impatiently with a frown. Zhu Laojiu didn't dare to hesitate and quickly told Ling Xiao where third young master lived. Ling Xiao sat cross-legged in the room, and his aura spread out. He knew that there must be someone monitoring him outside the Red Mountain courtyard. However, with Ling Xiao's current cultivation realm, even Devil King level experts wouldn't be able to monitor him. Ling Xiao followed the address that Zhu Laojiu provided and spread out his powerful primordial spirit silently. Soon, he sensed third young master's presence. Kacha! Ling Xiao put on the war god armor and turned into a majestic and mysterious war god. He tore through the void and headed towards third young master. In the depths of the Pig Demon City, there was a huge black stone palace. A black-robed pig demon expert was lying on the bed. He looked very young, but his eyes were filled with a sinister and ruthless look. He was bare-chested, and there were several naked rabbit demon women massaging him beside him. He was the third young master that Zhu Laojiu mentioned. Are the girls from the Heavenly Demon clan that you mentioned really that beautiful? Third young master's eyes lit up as he looked at Zhu Shisan. That's right. She's an outstanding beauty with unparalleled charm. Young master will definitely like her when you see her. However, she's an expert from the Heavenly Demon clan. I'm afraid it'll be troublesome. Zhu Shisan stood respectfully below and said with a flattering smile. So what if she's a beauty from the Heavenly Demon clan? It's not like I haven't played with her before. As long as she's not an important figure, the Heavenly Demon clan won't make things difficult for us for a girl. You'll follow me to take a look later. If she's really as you said, I'll reward you handsomely. Third young master sneered with a hint of passion in his eyes. He had once played with a beauty from the Heavenly Demon clan. Her figure, skin, and looks were simply perfect and left a deep impression in his mind. However, it was a pity that the beauty from the Heavenly Demon clan was killed in the flames of war. It made his heart ache for a long time. This time, when he heard Zhu Shisan mention the beauty from the Heavenly Demon clan, his heart burned with passion. Kacha! At this moment, there was a flash of light in the void. Ling Xiao, who was wearing the Aries set and exuding a mysterious and majestic aura, appeared in the black stone palace. How dare you have designs on Shui Wei? The evils we bring upon ourselves are the hardest to bear. Ling Xiao sneered in his heart as he looked at third young master with a hint of cold killing intent in his eyes. Just as Zhu Jiu had expected, Zhu Shisan had run to third young master to inform him. This third young master was really bold and dared to have designs on Shui Wei. Who are you? Men, kill him for me. When the third young master saw Ling Xiao's sudden appearance, his expression changed drastically. He didn't even think before shouting loudly. Ling Xiao's cultivation must be unfathomable to appear in the black stone palace silently. He wasn't someone that third young master could contend with. Swoosh swoosh swoosh. Suddenly, powerful auras flew in from outside the black stone palace. There were more than a dozen demon generals. The leader was an old man from the Pig Demon clan who was at the Demon King realm. Who are you? How dare you assassinate my third young master? You deserve to die. The old man from the pig demon clan had a flash of killing intent in his eyes as he threw a punch at Ling Xiao. Boom! This punch was made up of pure physical strength and was extremely terrifying. It contained streaks of black demonic chi and swept towards Ling Xiao like a black demonic dragon. Are there only so few of you? What a disappointment. Ling Xiao shook his head as a cold smirk appeared in his eyes. He threw out a punch as well. Kacha! Black lightning flashed around Ling Xiao's body like a black dragon. Ling Xiao's punch was imbued with unparalleled physical strength. Furthermore, it was the first time he had activated the power of the Aries set. Its power was terrifying to the extreme. Boom! The old man from the pig demon clan was shocked. He felt a deadly force coming toward him, but he had no chance to dodge it. His arm instantly exploded into a bloody mist. Immediately after, his entire body trembled violently as if he had been slashed by hundreds of millions of saber lights. Then, he suddenly exploded. There was nothing left of him and his spiritual soul was destroyed. Chapter 983. What? The third young master's body trembled and his eyes were filled with disbelief. A demon king expert could not even withstand a blow from this mysterious expert. How could he be so strong? Could he be the legendary demon god? I know. Third young master, this guy is the one who came with the heavenly fiend clan woman. Zhu Shisan suddenly recalled something and screamed. Heavenly fiend clan. Do you want to start a war with my demonic boar clan? Bastard! The third young master roared in exasperation and his eyes were filled with fear. Boom! Ling Xiao didn't even look at him. He punched out again, using pure physical strength to attack. Those devil generals couldn't withstand Ling Xiao's attack at all. They exploded into a bloody mist almost instantly. Ling Xiao killed one person with each step and it did not take long for all the guards to be killed. Ling Xiao's eyes were indifferent as he walked towards the third young master. He was exuding an extremely cold aura. The third young master trembled in fear and screamed, "Don't kill me, don't kill me. My father is the clan leader of the demonic boar clan. If you dare to kill me, he will not let you off." Zhu Shisan was also trembling in fear and wanted to sneak away. However, Ling Xiao pointed at Zhu Shisan and Zhu Shisan exploded in an instant. Only the third young master was left in the Black Stone Palace. Third young master, I would like to borrow something, is that possible? Ling Xiao asked indifferently. The third young master's face turned pale and he quickly nodded, no problem. As long as you spare my life, you can take whatever you want. Is that so? I would like to borrow your head. Ling Xiao smiled faintly and slashed out with his palm. It contained an extremely sharp aura and instantly chopped off the third young master's head. Even his primordial spirit could not escape and was devoured by the wordless heavenly book. Whoosh! Ling Xiao waved his sleeve and all the primordial spirits of the pig demons were swallowed by the wordless heavenly book. Ling Xiao grabbed the head of the third young master and left the Black Stone Palace in an instant. After Ling Xiao killed the third young master, a furious roar was heard from the core palace of the Boar Devil clan. Who dares to kill my son? A black-robed demonic boar rushed out of the palace in an instant, exuding a terrifying aura. His originally ferocious face was now filled with killing intent. He was the patriarch of the Boar Devil clan, Zhu Tuzong. Whoosh! Whoosh! Many pig demons followed him and flew towards the Black Stone Palace where the third young master was. Ling Xiao used the teleportation secret technique and concealed his aura with the heaven-devouring secret technique, so no one discovered his tracks. He went directly to the center of the city and threw the third young master's head into the crowd. Then, he quietly returned to the Red Mountain courtyard. This is third young master's head. Something big has happened. Who killed the third young master? Immediately, a pig demon clan expert picked up the third young master's head and took a closer look. He was so frightened that he trembled all over. However, not many people knew the third young master. Instead, Many demons were attracted by the smell of blood and rushed over. A dog demon clan expert snatched the third young master's head and began to eat it. His mouth was full of blood, but his eyes were filled with excitement. Bastard! That's the third young master's head. You're courting death. The pig demon clan expert was furious. He rushed towards the dog demon clan expert and wanted to snatch the third young master's head. This is my food. You're courting death. The dog demon clan expert was furious. He didn't care about the third young master. This pig demon clan expert looked weak. How dare he snatch his food? He was courting death. The dog demon clan expert revealed his sharp fangs and bit off the pig demon clan expert's neck. Roar! 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 Good kill! Ha ha ha! You're not allowed to snatch my food. The dense smell of blood made the market boil. The eyes of all the demons turned blood red. They rushed over to snatch the pig demon clan expert's corpse. Thousands of people were in chaos. Many weak demons were trampled to death. However, the other demons didn't seem to care at all. They directly laid down on the ground and grabbed the corpses of the other demons and began to eat. The entire downtown area became extremely chaotic and bloody. When the Pig Earth sect and the Pig Demon clan experts arrived, they saw the chaotic scene in front of them. The third young master's head had been eaten clean and couldn't be distinguished anymore. Bastard! Kill them all! The Pig Earth sect expert trembled with anger. His eyes were filled with cold killing intent. Suddenly, a large number of Pig Demon clan experts rushed over to kill those demons who were causing trouble. However, the dense smell of blood attracted more and more demons. These demons, especially the low-level ones, often didn't have enough food to fill their stomachs. Seeing so many corpses, they rushed over crazily. Even the Pig Demon clan experts couldn't deal with them in a short period of time. In the Red Mountain courtyard, Ling Xiao felt the chaos in the Pig Demon clan. His eyes revealed a trace of coldness. Humans are indeed worse than animals. However, if it wasn't for their nature, it wouldn't be so easy to cause chaos. Let's go. Ling Xiao said faintly. Good. Young master, you're really smart. Now that the Pig Demon clan is in chaos, I'm afraid they won't be able to take care of Fuling Mountain. Let's take this opportunity to meet the so-called Pig Demon God. Xue Wei said with a smile. Ling Xiao and Xue Wei left the Red Mountain courtyard silently and headed for Fuling Mountain. With Ling Xiao and Xue Wei's cultivation base, the guards outside the Fuling Mountain couldn't detect them at all. They easily blended in as if they were in a no-man's land. Fuling Mountain was a barren mountain, shrouded in black demonic qi, looking very gloomy. Ling Xiao could feel that there was a powerful sealing power in Fuling Mountain. It was the power of a divine path powerhouse, unfathomable. It seemed that the Pig Demon God really hadn't broken free from the seal and was still in Fuling Mountain. After Ling Xiao and Xue Wei entered Fuling Mountain, they followed the perception of the sealing power and walked towards the depths. Young master, is this place like an ancient battlefield? Xue Wei's eyes flashed. She could see a lot of withered bones under her feet, as well as some weapons that had lost their spirituality and had now become scrap metal. This should be one of the places where the great battle took place 1,000,000 years ago. However, it seems that even the Pig Demon clan doesn't dare to enter Fuling Mountain. Ling Xiao nodded. He could feel that there were a lot of powerhouses guarding the periphery of Fuling Mountain, but there were no guards in the depths. Moreover, the ground was full of traces left behind by the great battle. It was like a mountain in front of him had been cut in half from the middle. Although Ling Xiao could do it now, the mountain still emitted an incomparably bitter blade intent that hadn't been extinguished even after 1,000,000 years. Chapter 984. The Fuling Mountain wasn't large, only consisting of a few peaks. At the very center of the mountain was an unfathomable valley filled with dense demonic qi, evil, cold, and dark. Ling Xiao and Xue Wei stood at the entrance of the valley, and could sense that the powerful sealing force was coming from the valley. The 6 Paths of Reincarnation sword was also trembling slightly, as if it was guiding Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. Let's go in. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, and he gently grabbed Xue Wei's hand. Mysterious rays of light fell from his forehead, enveloping Ling Xiao and Xue Wei like pearls. This was the power of the wordless heavenly tome, capable of isolating all demonic qi. Although the pig demon god was very likely still sealed, it was better to be careful. Xue Wei's pretty face reddened, and she promptly stole a glance at Ling Xiao. Seeing that Ling Xiao didn't notice her, she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief, allowing Ling Xiao to pull her into the depths of the valley. The dense demonic qi concealed everything, and even Ling Xiao and Xue Wei's souls could only sense a few dozen meters around them. It was severely restricted. Ling Xiao and Xue Wei walked over 10,000 meters into the valley, and a faint light appeared in front of them. It was a stele, looking very ancient. Mysterious ancient runes were inscribed on it, and it was those ancient runes that were glowing. Behind the stele was a black lake, and the dense demonic qi came from the lake. Around the lake, there were no less than 36 steles. Resplendent runes flickered on them, like starlight in the darkness, faintly illuminating the surroundings. This is the Great Astral Demon Sealing Formation. It's made of 36 demon sealing steles. It looks like the pig demon god isn't too strong. Xue Wei's eyes flashed, and she explained to Ling Xiao with a smile. The weakest demon god in the sealed area was a sealing formation made of 9 demon sealing steles. The slightly stronger one was the Great Astral Demon Sealing Formation made of 36 demon sealing steles. The slightly stronger one was the Great Astral Demon Sealing Formation made of 49 demon sealing steles, and the strongest one was the Zhou Tian Demon Sealing Formation made of 108 demon sealing steles. The strength of the sealed demon god could be determined by the number of demon sealing tombstones. Moreover, the Devil Seal Tombstone was a natural counter to the Devil Clan. If an ordinary Devil Clan expert dared to come within 10,000 feet of the Devil Seal Tombstone, his soul would be instantly destroyed. Therefore, although the Boar Demon Clan was guarding the Boar Demon God, they had no way to save him. More than half of the power of these demonic sealing tombstones has already been consumed, or the demonic qi in the lake wouldn't have leaked out. I'm afraid that the pig demon god will break out of the seal before long. Ling Xiao carefully inspected the Devil Seal tombstones and said slowly. That's right. After all, the Boar Demon God was still alive, and had been sealed for 1,000,000 years, so these demon gods had to be dealt with. Otherwise, when they escape, the consequences will be unimaginable. Xue Wei's eyes revealed a trace of seriousness. Wang! Suddenly, the black demonic lake before him began trembling slightly. Demonic energy roiled and the lake water surged. It was as though some powerful existence was about to charge out from the demonic lake. I smell the aura of the human race. Are you my sacrificial offerings? An ancient and resonant voice came from the demonic lake. Black light rose, demonic energy gushed out, and a huge figure emerged from the demonic lake. He looked ferocious and ferocious. His body was covered with black hair, but he looked extremely fat. He had the head of a pig and the body of a human. He had a fat head and big ears. Although his eyes looked extremely ferocious, he looked a bit like a pig demon among the demonic beasts. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a strange look. That's right, he suddenly thought of the word strange. The big guy before him was clearly the Boar Demon God, but the Boar Demon God's ferocious appearance couldn't be associated with cute. The Boar Demon God stared at Ling Xiao and Xue Wei, his eyes full of passion. You are the Boar Demon God? Ling Xiao asked. That's right. You two humans actually dared to sneak into my Fulling Mountain. Could it be that you're not afraid that this god will eat you? The Boar Demon God stared at Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. Demonic energy rose around him, and his whole body emitted an evil and dark aura. Eat us? I'm afraid you don't have that ability. Boar Demon God, I'll give you a chance. Offer up your soul and recognize me as your master, and I'll spare your life. How about it? Ling Xiao looked at the Boar Demon God with a smile. Spare my life? Ha ha ha. Human ant, have you been scared silly? You dare to say that you'll spare my life with your little cultivation? Since you're courting death, I'll fulfill your wish. It's been a long time since I've eaten a human. That taste is really unforgettable. The boar demon god's eyes revealed a cold killing intent. Rumble. In the demon lake, a black divine light swept across the sky, rolling towards Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. Buzz. The 36 demon ceiling tombstones suddenly shook, and the mysterious patterns on them lit up, forming an incomparably powerful sealing barrier, enveloping the boar demon god. Humph. The boar demon god sneered, and punched out. Immediately, a terrifying force burst out, causing the heaven and earth to shake violently. A hole was torn in the barrier, and the black divine light instantly penetrated it, attacking Ling Xiao and Xue Wei like lightning. Boom! Ling Xiao's look was incomparably tranquil. A resplendent light flickered between his eyebrows, instantly swallowing the black divine light. Boar demon god, it looks like you're refusing a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. Since that's the case, I'll fulfill your wish. Ling Xiao said indifferently. His eyes flashed in a flash, and he leapt into the demon lake. The 6 paths of reincarnation sword on Xue Wei's back was also instantly unsheathed. Like a snow-white river, it cut across the sky, slashing at the boar demon god. 6 paths of reincarnation sword. You're from the Samsara temple. Ha ha ha. Today, I'll kill you and use your blood to break the great astral demon sealing array, and this god will be able to leave. The boar demon god laughed wildly, his eyes full of excitement. He recognized the 6 paths of reincarnation sword. 1,000,000 years ago, he was imprisoned here by the first-generation saint daughter of Samsara, so he could naturally recognize the 6 paths of reincarnation sword as the sword of the first-generation saint daughter. Boom! The boar demon god extended his claws, grabbing at the 6 paths of reincarnation sword. Kill! Ling Xiao's eyes showed an overflowing fighting spirit. He could sense the boar demon god's incomparable strength, making him feel a great threat. Chapter 985. Clang! Sparks flew everywhere, and the 6 paths of reincarnation sword struck the boar demon god's arm, producing a metallic sound, but the boar demon god's arm didn't suffer the slightest damage. Ants will always be ants. You'll never know the power of gods. The boar demon god sneered, sending a palm strike at Xue Wei. This palm was incomparably vast. The palm print was like a black curtain that pressed down from the sky, emitting a terrifying power that no one could resist. Rumble! Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, and he sent a punch at the boar demon god. The fist and the palm collided, immediately shaking the heaven and earth. The boar demon god's whole body shook, and Ling Xiao was sent flying several dozen meters away. What a terrifying physical strength, I'm afraid it's already comparable to a divine tool. As expected of a true god. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a trace of seriousness. He could sense that the boar demon god's whole body was emitting an overflowing force. His whole body was flawless, and his body was incomparably powerful. Even the 6 paths of reincarnation sword had no way to break through it. Even if Ling Xiao's body had reached the peak of the true dragon body, it was still inferior to the boar demon god's body. The boar demon god's every movement burst out with power far surpassing King Dusher's all-out attack. Kid, you've actually cultivated your body to the peak of the mortal realm, only a step away from the god realm. Could it be that you want to walk the path of becoming a god through your body? The pig demon god revealed a look of surprise, staring at Ling Xiao as he spoke. Take a guess. Ling Xiao smiled indifferently, his whole body emitting a golden glow. Draconic might filled the air, and he sent a punch at the boar demon god. Heaven and earth trembled, and the dragon's roar was ancient and boundless. Above Ling Xiao's fist radiance, 9 7-colored divine dragons flew across the sky. Each of the divine dragons contained extreme power. This punch made the boar demon god's expression change. Myriad dragons slaughtering god technique? Kid, you're a dragon. That can't be right. You clearly have the blood of a human, so how could you cultivate the myriad dragons slaughtering god technique? The boar demon god asked while sending a palm strike, which contained an endless aura of darkness, seemingly capable of corroding everything. Rumble. The black radiance and the golden glow exploded, giving rise to a divine storm. The boar demon god's whole body shivered. The power contained within the 9 7-color dragons was something he couldn't bear, and couldn't help but retreat a dozen steps back. Ling Xiao was also sent several dozen meters away, his whole body's blood qi. You're talking too much. Wait until I capture you, I will answer all your questions. Ling Xiao sneered, and his figure flashed towards the pig demon god. Bang! Ling Xiao knew that the pig demon god was extremely powerful, but he didn't expect his physical strength to be even more terrifying than a true dragon's body at perfection. Finally, he didn't the demon god. Circulating the war god's force all over his body, he used the war god king's fist with his left hand and the myriad dragon slaughtering god technique with his right hand. The two incomparable forces intertwined, resembling two roaring dragons, attacking the pig demon god. God! God, you! Demons T. Don't you dare harm my young master! Shui Wei shouted, and the 6 paths of reincarnation sword glowed dazzlingly. Sword chi curled around it, and it slashed at the boar demon god. Clang! The 6 paths of reincarnation sword struck the 9-teeth rake, immediately shaking the space. The 6 paths of reincarnation sword trembled slightly, and the 36 demons sealing tombstones in the surroundings started to shine brightly. Whoosh! 36 resplendent lights gathered on the 6 paths of reincarnation sword, greatly increasing Shui Wei's strength. The boar demon god's whole body trembled, and he was actually knocked into the demon lake by Shui Wei. The boar demon god was over 300 meters tall. Falling into the demon lake, the world immediately shook, and black light rolled in the lake, emitting an incomparably terrifying aura. Bastard! You're all going to die. The boar demon god roared, his eyes filled with extreme fury. His whole body flickered, and he instantly turned into a 9-meter-tall fatty. Holding the 9-teeth rake, he looked quite fiendish, his eyes filled with fury. You can even transform. Ling Xiao was slightly surprised. The boar demon god actually turned into a human, which surprised Ling Xiao. And after transforming, the boar demon god gave Ling Xiao an even more dangerous feeling. Kid, this god knows a lot more. Have a taste of my divine thunder transformation. The boar demon god laughed complacently, smashing the 9-teeth rake in his hand at Ling Xiao. The black gas in the demon lake rose up, turning into black lightning in the air. Containing incomparably terrifying fluctuations of power, they rumbled towards Ling Xiao. The Tiangang divine thunder formed by the demonic light contained a powerful killing power that was incomparably terrifying. Although the boar demon god was unable to display his full strength due to the restriction of the seal, it was still extremely terrifying. Whoosh! Ling Xiao leapt up like a golden bolt of lightning. Using a teleportation secret technique, he shuttled back and forth among the black lightning, before rapidly approaching the boar demon god and punching him. Rumble! Ling Xiao and the boar demon god clashed fiercely in the air, erupting with terrifying fluctuations. Although the boar demon god's fleshly body was extremely powerful, containing the power of divine Tao laws, it was still limited compared to Ling Xiao's. Ling Xiao wanted to see what the limits of his current fleshly body were. And in such a rapid collision, Ling Xiao's fleshly body became even more perfect and flawless. Faintly, a divine power seemed to be born from his flesh and blood. Whoosh! In the air, the 36 devil seal tombstones and the 6 Daos reincarnation sword fused, turning into incomparably sharp sword lights. Under Shui Wei's control, they unceasingly slashed at the boar demon god. The sword lights were extremely sharp, leaving wounds on the boar demon god's body, causing him to cry out in pain, but there was nothing he could do. Clang! The boar demon god punched Ling Xiao's arms, aiming for his chest. However, Ling Xiao's body flashed with golden light and the Heaven Devourer cauldron instantly appeared around him, blocking the boar demon god's punch with a crisp sound. At present, Ling Xiao's fleshly body was already at the great circle of the true dragon body. Moreover, he was wearing the war god set and the Heaven Devourer cauldron. That was a triple defense. Although the boar demon god was very strong, he had no way to break through it. As a result, Ling Xiao fought to his heart's content, forcing the boar demon god to use all kinds of methods. On the other hand, the boar demon god was incomparably depressed. He clearly knew that Ling Xiao's fleshly body was inferior to his, but Ling Xiao's armor and the Heaven Devourer cauldron were just too strong. The boar demon god had no way of breaking through them. Chapter 986. After fighting for so long, the pig demon god was a bit depressed. He stared at Ling Xiao, unresigned. "Brat, you can't kill me, and I can't kill you either. How about we stop here?" "Stop here? If you recognize me as your master, maybe I can spare your life. But if you don't know life from death, don't blame me for being impolite." Ling Xiao smiled faintly, revealing a sharp glint in his eyes. The pig demon god furiously retorted, "Bastard, you really think this god can't kill you? Come, let's fight for another 300 rounds. The pig demon god was extremely depressed. He believed that letting Ling Xiao leave was already a magnanimous act, but Ling Xiao's recklessness immediately aroused his killing intent. Rumble. Black light surged around the pig demon god, and an ice-cold baleful aura spread out. Immediately, countless demon god phantoms, mountains, rivers, and stars appeared behind him, abruptly pouncing at Ling Xiao. Big Dipper Demonic Domain. Following the pig demon god's roar, demonic energy immediately gushed out, forming an incomparably vast domain that enveloped Ling Xiao. A huge demon god pounced at Ling Xiao, looking incomparably malevolent, its eyes filled with bloodthirsty killing intent. Boom! Ling Xiao punched out, and the demonic god void was directly shattered by his punch, exploding into a cloud of black demonic chi. But in the next instant, another demon god pounced at Ling Xiao, as well as demonic blades, swords, spears, tigers, dragons, birds. Blotting out the sky, they all came at Ling Xiao. The pig demon god was a true deity, and his use of divine power had reached the realm of perfection. In his Heavenly Dipper demonic domain, he could create countless powerful creatures or weapons to kill the enemy, and he could resurrect without limit, without any loss. If not for the apprehension of the Big Dipper demonic sealing array, and not wanting to waste his divine Tao origin, the pig demon god wouldn't have used Big Dipper demonic domain. In his eyes, although Ling Xiao's body was very powerful, it was still a mortal body after all, and he hadn't reached the deity realm. Wasting Ling Xiao's energy in Big Dipper demonic domain would only exhaust him to death sooner or later. Rumble. Ling Xiao's fists were like dragons, and golden light shone around him. Every time he punched out, a living being formed from demonic chi would be shattered by him. However, after the devil chi was shattered, it would instantly transform into all kinds of powerful attacks. Heavenly Dipper Demon Region. I want to see just how strong your Heavenly Dipper Devil Domain is. Ling Xiao sneered as a sharp glint appeared in his eyes. Rumble. Behind Ling Xiao, the cries of a dragon and a phoenix resounded. Heaven and earth trembled as the silhouettes of a true dragon and a phoenix appeared and slowly merged together. Ling Xiao used the secret skill of the ancestral dragon and the secret skill of the true phoenix at the same time. He combined the two secret skills into a terrifying force that could break open the world. Crack! Golden lightning streaked across the sky, and Ling Xiao's fist smashed towards the pig demon god. The power of the fusion of dragon and phoenix completely erupted. What? The pig demon god's face changed. In front of this force, his Big Dipper demon domain actually showed signs of breaking. Without even thinking, he swung the nine-toothed rake at Ling Xiao. Rumble. Ling Xiao's fist swept across the sky. The fusion of the two secret skills filled his body with an explosive force that urgently needed to be released. The nine-toothed rake was a powerful divine weapon, but Ling Xiao used his bare fists to punch the nine-toothed rake. Instantly, the void shook violently, and the demonic chi in the demonic lake exploded. The pig demon god's face changed. He felt an irresistible force erupting, and the nine-toothed rake in his hand instantly flew away. Ling Xiao's fist landed directly on his chest. Bang! Black blood splashed, and a huge hole appeared on the pig demon god's chest. Ling Xiao's fist not only broke the Big Dipper demon region, but also heavily injured the pig demon god. Slash! Shui Wei's eyes flashed, and she took advantage of this opportunity. The 6 paths of reincarnation sword carried the power of the 36 demons sealing tombstones, and slashed at the pig demon god. Immediately, the sky became as bright as day, and a resplendent river of stars fell down, leaving a deep wound on the boar demon god's chest, almost cutting him in half. Ah! Bastard! I'll kill you, I'll kill you. The pig demon god let out an incomparably miserable cry, his eyes filled with rage. Even in the Great War a million years ago, he had never suffered such heavy injuries. His divine body was as tough as a divine tool, but 2 ants who had yet to reach the godly realm had actually injured him to such an extent. This drove him mad. Pig demon god, since you want to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed sharply, and his whole body immediately emitted an incomparably vast aura. The heavenly devourer cauldron instantly appeared, suppressing the pig demon god. The heavenly devourer cauldron shone resplendently like an immemorial divine mountain, containing an incomparably great power. The pig demon god trembled, wanting to send the cauldron flying. Whiz! However, a resplendent beam of light shot out from Ling Xiao's forehead as the textless heavenly tome flew out and landed on the heavenly devourer cauldron, transforming into a vast and mysterious vortex of devouring. Sensing the aura of the devil race, the textless heavenly tome grew excited and began devouring the pig demon god's power. That's the textless heavenly tome. How could you have the textless heavenly tome? This is impossible. The textless heavenly tome was destroyed a million years ago. How could it still exist? Sensing the aura of the textless heavenly tome, the pig demon god's body trembled violently, his eyes filled with disbelief and even fear. However, he was currently heavily injured and suppressed by the heavenly devourer cauldron and the textless heavenly tome. Even with Ling Xiao's full power, there was no way he could break free from the power of the textless heavenly tome. Boom! Inside the pig demon god's body, countless demonic essence swarmed towards the textless heavenly book. Even the pig demon god's flesh turned into strands of black demonic energy, which was devoured and refined by the textless heavenly book. The pig demon god sensed a fatal danger, and started to cry out in fright. Rumble! His surroundings shook violently as boundless devil energy surged. The pig demon god struggled with all his might, but no matter what he did, he couldn't break free from the textless heavenly tome's devouring power. Release me, brat! I'm willing to accept you as my master, as long as you spare my life. The pig demon god's eyes were filled with terror as he hastily begged Ling Xiao for mercy. The longer one lived, the more one feared death. The textless heavenly tome was the bane of the devil race. If he didn't beg for mercy, he would really be devoured by the textless heavenly tome. At that time, not even his bones would remain, and his soul would scatter. Chapter 987. Begging for mercy at this time, isn't it too late? It's better to just kill a useless piece of trash like you. Ling Xiao smiled faintly, revealing a cold killing intent in his eyes. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Master, I'm useful, very useful. I know the information about the demon gods sealed in this sealed area. As long as you let me go, I'll take you to slaughter them all. Master has the wordless heavenly book, so as long as you devour all those bastards, you'll surely obtain even more secret techniques. At that time, dominating this world will be a simple matter. The pig demon god licked his lips and smiled, his face full of pleading. Oh. Tell me, how many demon gods are sealed in this sealed land? Are there any demon gods that have managed to escape? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, as he asked indifferently. Master, this sealed area had over 100 demon gods sealed in it 1,000,000 years ago. But after 1,000,000 years, the majority of them have either reached the end of their lifespan or died from serious injuries. Only less than 20 demon gods are left. The pig demon god replied honestly. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed. Aren't God realm powerhouses supposed to be immortal and have a long lifespan? How could they reach the end of their lifespan? The demonic pig god smiled bitterly. Master, deity realm powerhouses really do have a longer lifespan than mortal realm powerhouses. For example, supremes can only live for 10,000 years at most, but as long as they break through to the deity realm, they can live for at least 1,000,000 years. Powerful god kings can even live for 2,000,000 years. But even the legendary saints have a limit to their lifespan. They can't possibly be immortal. God King? Saints? So you're saying that you came from the god realm? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed. Hearing these two unfamiliar words, he looked at the pig demon god and asked. I didn't come from the god realm, but a place similar to it. Above the Supremes are the four great divine realms, respectively the divine spirit realm, true god realm, heavenly god realm and god king realm. And after breaking through to the god king realm, it's said to be the realm of saints that can enlighten all living beings. Such powerhouses are incomparably powerful, able to split the sky and destroy the world with a single thought. They aren't people we can fathom. The pig demon god told Ling Xiao. Ling Xiao's eyes lit up. The pig demon god's words seemed to have opened up a new world for him. His previous goal was to break through to the god realm and gain immortality. But now, he realized that there were several realms even in the divine state. There were even the legendary realms of the ancient sages. At this moment, Ling Xiao recalled what the demon saint had said to him. The divine spirit realm was just the beginning. Now, it seemed like it was indeed just the beginning. The pig demon god divided the supreme realm and those below it into the mortal realm, while those above the divine spirit realm were called the deity realm. The realm above the god spirit realm is too far away. If a titled supreme being refined a godhead, what kind of realm would that be? And what's your realm? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed as he asked slowly. Titled supremes are refining godheads. He's really ruining his own future. The pig demon god's eyes showed a trace of disdain. The deity realm represents a kind of path. And a godhead is a collection of all the laws, understandings, and paths of a god. Every person's path is different. If a titled supreme being refined a godhead, it's the same as losing his own path. He'll be stuck at the half-step god realm for the rest of his life, unable to break through. Furthermore, the so-called half-step god realm is nothing more than a mortal. Even if they rely on a godhead to possess battle prowess far surpassing a titled supreme being, their lifespan won't increase by much. It's only around 10,000 years of lifespan. After that, they'll still die. As for this god, I'm a true god with a perfect fleshly body. I'm much more powerful than those ordinary gods, let alone those half-step gods. They're not even fit to wipe my shoes. The pig demon god's eyes showed a trace of arrogance. True god. And you still lost to my family's young master. Looks like a true god isn't much after all. Shui Wei pouted. The pig demon god was like a rabbit whose tail was stepped on. He immediately jumped up and said in anger, Little girl, don't talk nonsense if you don't know anything. This god suffered a heavy injury 1,000,000 years ago, and was restricted by the great astral ceiling formation. My strength is at most at the level of an ordinary god. If not for your family's young master having the wordless heavenly book, would I be afraid of him? What a joke. Oh. You're really not afraid of me? Ling Xiao said with a smile that didn't look like a smile. He immediately activated the wordless heavenly book, and a boundless devouring force erupted. The pig demon god immediately cried out in fright, sounding as miserable as a pig being slaughtered. Master, spare me. I'm not talking about you, I'm just giving an example. The pig demon god looked at Ling Xiao with a face full of hidden bitterness. Ling Xiao smiled faintly. But the pig demon god's words weren't false. This pig demon god's strength was very terrifying. His fleshly body was even stronger than Ling Xiao's. Even a half-step god like King Dusher wouldn't be able to defeat the pig demon god no matter how many of them came. Ling Xiao had only been able to subdue the pig demon god by activating the wordless heavenly book. Otherwise, he would have had no choice but to retreat. Fine. Then let's talk about what you know. Where did you extraterrestrial demons come from, and why did you invade the myriad worlds? Ling Xiao smiled faintly, a sharp glint flashing in his eyes. This was also the question Ling Xiao was most curious about. Be it 10,000 years ago or 1,000,000 years ago, the Great Calamity was caused by extraterrestrial demons. Ling Xiao was very curious about where they came from, and why they attacked the myriad worlds. We came from the demon realm. The pig demon god was somewhat hesitant, but still answered. Oh. Where is the demon realm? And what's its relationship with the divine realm? Ling Xiao asked curiously. He found that this pig demon god had a lot of useful information, and took advantage of this opportunity to clarify the doubts in his heart. The demon realm is a plane of the same level as the divine realm. The divine realm can be said to be the center of the myriad worlds, where the origin of this world lies. It can be said that the war god world and the reincarnation world are actually only minor worlds. In the universe, such minor worlds are as numerous as the grains of sand in the Ganges, innumerable. And the divine realm and the demon realm are both major worlds. In this universe, there are a total of 3,000 major worlds, and the divine realm is the core. Legend has it that in ancient times, when the heavens and earth were first created, the universe was first established, and there was no distinction between worlds. There was only the most ancient continent, vast and boundless. Even gods couldn't fly to the end of the continent in their lifetime. But in ancient times, because of a great war between gods and demons, the continent was shattered, forming 3,000 major worlds, as well as countless minor worlds. If the divine realm is the sun and the demon realm is the moon, then the war god world and the reincarnation world are those insignificant stars, or even dust. The pig demon god's voice was somewhat aged, but his words made Ling Xiao incomparably shocked. So the world was actually this vast, and the war god world that he thought to be incomparably huge was actually only a small corner of this vast universe, or even a speck of dust. Chapter 988. In front of such a vast universe, what did a supreme count for? What did a god count for? What did a legendary saint count for? Ling Xiao's heart was filled with lofty aspirations. He wanted to see the peak of martial arts. What kind of splendid scene was at the end of the universe? Shui Wei's gaze was also shaken, as if she had just opened a door to an incomparably vast world. Since you came from the demon world, then war god's world and reincarnation world should be the most barren places in the countryside. Why did you invade these places? Ling Xiao asked curiously. This was like an emperor rushing into a farmer's house to rob, going on a killing spree. It would always be very strange. We did come from the demon world, but the reason we invaded the 10,000 worlds was to weaken the power of the god world. Among the 3,000 macro worlds, there was no peace. Every macro world wanted to fight for luck and resources, just like countries. The god world is like the most powerful country, while the other worlds are somewhat weaker. Although the 10,000 worlds are insignificant, they are the source of the god world's power. As long as one becomes a god, they will ascend to the god world. We invaded the 10,000 worlds to plunder resources, but also to weaken the power of the god world. The pig demon god looked at Ling Xiao carefully, slowly saying. Plunder resources to weaken the power of the god world? Ling Xiao's eyes flickered. Although the pig demon god's words were very reasonable, Ling Xiao felt that the so-called Great Calamity was not so simple. After the Great Calamity 1,000,000 years ago, the gate to the divine realm was closed. Logically speaking, the divine realm should have sent a powerful divine spirit to annihilate the experts of the devil realm. However, the divine realm didn't care at all. This was really puzzling. Why did the gate to the god world close? And do you know the Scarlet Dragon War God? Is he from the God world? What is the origin of the wordless heavenly book? Ling Xiao asked all the questions in his heart in one breath. The pig demon god smiled bitterly. The gate to the God world closed. I don't know the reason either. I was sealed here 1,000,000 years ago. As for the Scarlet Dragon War God, perhaps it should be called the Scarlet Dragon Divine King. He is naturally from the God world, and the most powerful divine king, with terrifying battle strength. It is said that he is from the God world's war god temple. The wordless heavenly book is an incomparably mysterious treasure in the divine world. It has also been passed down in our devil world. It is said that the wordless heavenly book contains 108 secret techniques. It contains the secrets of heaven and earth. Many people have obtained it, but they have never discovered the secrets within. It wasn't until the Red Dragon Deity King obtained it that he realized it could repair the wordless heavenly scripture by devouring the flesh and yuan spirit of our demon race. The Scarlet Dragon Divine King. Ling Xiao's eyes were shocked. He did not expect the Scarlet Dragon War God to be so strong. Among the 4 realms of Shinto, the Scarlet Dragon War God was already standing at the peak of Shinto. The Crimson Dragon God King's battle prowess is indeed very strong and incomparably terrifying. However, 1,000,000 years ago, our devil world sent out a total of 10 great demon god kings. He killed 9 great demon god kings by himself. In the end, he also died in battle. At the mention of the Scarlet Dragon Divine King, the pig demon god's eyes showed a hint of reverence. Having personally experienced the battle 1,000,000 years ago, he naturally knew the terror of the Scarlet Dragon Divine King. Just thinking of his peerless demeanor made him feel a lingering fear. 9 great demon kings. Do you mean that there is still a demonic god king alive? Ling Xiao's eyes shook, staring at the pig demon god. This made Ling Xiao and Xue Wei suck in a breath of cold air. Their eyes were filled with shock. According to the pig demon god's description, a divine king-level powerhouse was enough to destroy the whole god of war world and samsara world. If that demon king was still alive, no one would be able to stop him. At that time, there would be a reign of terror, and maybe the myriad worlds would be completely destroyed. That's right. The pig demon god gave a definite answer, making Ling Xiao's heart sink. Moreover, if my guess is correct, that demon king is sealed in the God of War world. The pig demon god slowly said. God of War world. The origin sea. Ling Xiao's look suddenly changed, recalling Jin Sei's figure in the origin sea. If Jin Sei was really one of the 4 great divine generals under the Scarlet Dragon War God's command, she wouldn't be able to resist a demon king. Thinking of this, Ling Xiao became incomparably anxious, wishing he could immediately return to the God of War world and rescue Jin Sei. Master, let me tell you another piece of news. If my guess is correct, the Dark Sky Devil God and the other great devil gods are secretly plotting to open a passage that connects this place to the sealed land of the War God's world. It is said that there are already devil gods that have escaped from the sealed land. They plan to gather all their strength and summon the devil god king. The pig demon god looked at Ling Xiao, slowly saying. This news was undoubtedly earth-shattering, making Xue Wei's face turn pale. Once the demon king comes out, who can stop him? The dark sky demon god. He's really courting death. It seems that this time, I must destroy the sealed land and slaughter all of the devil race. Ling Xiao's eyes revealed a trace of monstrous sharpness, murderous intent surging. Master, the dark sky demon god is the one with the highest cultivation in this sealed area, already in the heavenly deity realm. Even if he's been sealed for 1,000,000 years, you are definitely not his opponent. The pig demon god warned. No matter what, we can't let them open the passage. Even if we can't kill the dark sky demon god, we'll slaughter the other demon gods first. Pig demon god, I'll give you a way out. Hand over a trace of your soul, swear an oath to the heavens, and take me to slaughter those demon gods, and I'll spare your life. Ling Xiao stared at the pig demon god and said. He originally planned to kill the pig demon god after getting the information, but now it looked like the pig demon god would be of great use. Many thanks, Master. I am willing to pledge my loyalty to you, and will never betray you in this life. The pig demon god unexpectedly knelt before Ling Xiao without any hesitation, and swore an oath to the heavens, handing over a trace of his soul. Buzz! The space trembled slightly, and Ling Xiao immediately felt a mysterious connection between him and the pig demon god. Furthermore, as long as he willed it, he could make the pig demon god's soul scatter. You're actually betraying the demons so straightforwardly, and taking me as your master. Aren't you afraid of the demons coming to settle accounts with you? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, and he asked indifferently. Chapter 989. Ling Xiao gave the boar devil god a deep look. He could tell that the boar devil god wasn't telling the truth. Furthermore, the boar devil god was definitely not an ordinary devil god. There was no way an ordinary devil god would know so many secrets. However, Ling Xiao didn't intend to pursue the matter for now. The boar devil god's life was in his hands, and there would be plenty of opportunities to deal with him in the future. Very well. As long as you don't betray me, I won't kill you. Ling Xiao nodded, releasing the wordless heavenly tome and King Heaven Devourer cauldron from suppressing the boar devil god. The boar devil god's body flashed with black light, and his wounds healed. He was once again a meter-tall fatty, but this time, he didn't have any devilish features. He looked exactly like a human, with a simple and honest face. However, his small eyes were rolling around, giving him a crafty look. Zhu Ganglai pays respects to Master. The boar devil god bowed respectfully to Ling Xiao. Zhu Ganglai. That's a good name. Now, tell me, how should we kill the devil gods in this sealed area? A strange look appeared in Ling Xiao's eyes, but he still changed the subject. Master, apart from the heavenly devil tribe which has 2 demon gods, all the other tribes only have 1 demon god. In addition, there are 3 independent demon gods who have been sealed. Why don't we kill the 3 independent demon gods first and then deal with the other 10 tribes? What do you think? Zhu Ganglai looked at Ling Xiao and said. What are the cultivation bases of the 3 rogue devil gods? Ling Xiao's eyes flashed, and he asked indifferently. They are all true immortals, on par with me. Master's wordless heavenly tome should be enough to kill them all. Zhu Ganglai said. Good. Then let's kill the 3 rogue devil gods first. Ling Xiao nodded and said. Young master, I can dismantle the 36 demon sealing tablets. These are the treasures left behind by the Saintess of Samsara. If we can collect all the demon sealing tablets in the sealed place, we can set up a super demon sealing formation. Perhaps we can use it to deal with the dark sky demon. Shui Wei suddenly said. Zhu Ganglai nodded and said, that's right. These devil seal tombstones are a single treasure and can be merged with each other. If we can gather all 360 devil seal tombstones, we can even suppress the dark sky demon god. Shui Wei, can you take them down in one piece? Ling Xiao asked in surprise. The great astral demon sealing array was perfect. Even Ling Xiao could only break it with brute force. He had no way of removing the demon sealing tombstone. This already involved the laws of the divine Tao, and was incomparably profound. Even Ling Xiao did not dabble too deeply in it. Don't worry, young master. With the 6 paths of reincarnation sword, it'll be easy to break these tombstones. Shui Wei smiled and walked up to a demon sealing tombstone. Wang! The 6 paths of reincarnation sword shone brilliantly as streaks of sword chi swept towards the devil seal tombstone. Shui Wei's eyes were cold as she formed a seal with her hands. She slowly grabbed the devil seal tombstone and pulled it out. The other demon sealing tombstones didn't seem to be affected at all. Just like that, the 36 devil seal tombstones were easily collected by Shui Wei. Very good, Shui Wei is amazing. Let's leave this place first. Ling Xiao smiled and left the valley with Zhu Ganglai and Shui Wei. They were ready to leave the pig demon city to hunt down the 3 demon gods. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed. He could feel that the Fulling Mountain was heavily guarded. The number of guards had increased. The patriarch of the pig demon tribe, Zhu Tu's sect, and many other elders were guarding the Fulling Mountain. It was impossible to leave quietly under the protection of so many people. Ling Xiao smiled faintly as his eyes flashed. He did not conceal his aura as he walked out of the Fulling Mountain. The chaos in the pig demon city had been quelled. However, when the Zhu Tu sect and the others were investigating, they discovered that the two experts from the Sky Devil tribe that Zhu Jiu had brought with him were missing. Under the torture of the Zhu Tu sect, Zhu Jiu finally confessed Ling Xiao and Xue Wei's origins. The Zhu Tu sect and the others were shocked when they heard that two humans were impersonating experts from the Sky Devil tribe. Zhu Jiu even confessed that Ling Xiao and Xue Wei wanted to enter the Fulling Mountain. That was why the Zhu Tu sect led the experts of the pig demon tribe to guard the Fulling Mountain and wait for Ling Xiao and Xue Wei to come out. If the Fulling Mountain was not a forbidden area, the Zhu Tu sect would have charged in long ago. Zhu Jiu was tied up and his face was bruised and swollen. His eyes were filled with despair. The Zhu Tu sect's face was gloomy and his eyes were filled with cold killing intent. Two humans had actually snuck into the forbidden area. This was something he could not tolerate. However, the pig demon god's combat strength was unparalleled. The Zhu Tu sect was guarding the place as a precaution. In his eyes, Ling Xiao and Xue Wei had probably died in the hands of the pig demon god. However, the Zhu Tu sect did not expect that Ling Xiao and Xue Wei would walk out alive. Moreover, there was not only two of them, but also a human who looked very honest. There are so many people here. Are they here to welcome us? Ling Xiao looked at the Zhu Tu sect and smiled faintly. Human ant, you actually dared to sneak into my pig demon city. You are simply courting death. Tell me honestly, why did you sneak into the Fulling Mountain? Perhaps I can leave you with an intact corpse. Otherwise, I'll make you beg for death. The Zhu Tu sect's eyes were gloomy and filled with cold killing intent. The surrounding experts from the demonic boar clan stared at Ling Xiao, their eyes burning with passion. The demonic boar clan had a natural desire to devour the flesh and blood of the human race. It was an irresistible temptation. In their eyes, Ling Xiao and Xue Wei were not humans, but the most delicious food. The reason I entered the Fulling Mountains was naturally to kill your devil pig. The pig demon god has already been killed. Now, it is your turn. Ling Xiao smiled faintly, a trace of cold killing intent in his eyes. Arrogant. You want to kill the great pig demon god with just you? Since you don't want to speak, then die. Kill him for me. The Zhu Tu sect's eyes revealed a trace of cold killing intent as he immediately gave the order. Whoosh! 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 Suddenly, more than a dozen demon generals rushed towards Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. These pig demon clan experts looked ferocious. Demon chi rose from their bodies as they held huge machetes, axes, and swords in their hands. They roared as they charged towards Ling Xiao and Xue Wei. Courting death. Murderous intent flashed in Ling Xiao's eyes. He threw a punch across the sky, and a terrifying fist imprint exploded. It contained an extreme force that compressed the void and ruthlessly slammed into the bodies of the dozen demon generals. Boom! Black light exploded in the void as the demon generals turned into a bloody mist at the same time. Chapter 990. Human ant, you deserve to die. Beside Zhu Tu Zong, the two demon kings were enraged. Evil chi filled the air around them. Black demon light rose and formed a huge demon god shadow in the void. As for that demonic god phantom, it looked exactly the same as Zhu Ganglai. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with a strange light. Even Zhu Ganglai had been subdued by him, so why were these pig devils acting so recklessly? However, Ling Xiao didn't intend to expose Zhu Ganglai. Otherwise, the other devil gods would be on guard. If Zhu Ganglai was used well, they might be able to wipe out all the demon gods in the sealed land in one fell swoop. Whoosh! Ling Xiao leaped into the sky, and with a flash of light in his hand, the Heaven Devourer's sword blazed with unparalleled sharpness as it slashed toward the two devil kings. Rumble. Heaven and earth trembled as the ferocious phantom of a devil god was cleaved in half by Ling Xiao's sword. The sword's momentum didn't decrease at all, and the sword energy swept out for 90,000 miles, instantly engulfing the two devil kings and turning them into a mist of blood. The Heaven Devourer cauldron flashed and devoured their flesh, blood, and nascent divinities. Ling Xiao had hidden the textless heavenly book in the Heaven Devourer cauldron, so no matter how many devil race experts there were, he could quickly refine and devour them. Now that the pig devil god had been subdued by Ling Xiao, there was no point in keeping these pig devils. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with monstrous killing intent, and his body shone with dazzling light. Golden dragons circled around him, and he wore the war god armor and held the Heaven Devourer sword in his hand. His aura shook heaven and earth, making him look like a peerless war god from the 9 heavens. All the pig devils trembled in fear. "Damn you, brat!" Zhu Tuzong was enraged, and his eyes were filled with shock and anger. He didn't expect Ling Xiao's battle prowess to be so terrifying. He looked like he was only at the 7th level of the sovereign realm, but he could kill devil kings as easily as chopping vegetables. Whoosh! A black spear appeared in Zhu Tuzong's hand, and it emitted a dark golden light as it pierced through the air toward Ling Xiao. This was a powerful divine weapon. When Zhu Tuzong held the spear in his hand, he was able to mobilize the entire Boar Devil clan's power and unleash a power comparable to the divine spirit realm. Black light lingered around his body as he let out a ghostly wail. The black scales on Zhu Tuzong's body were ferocious, and his eyes were filled with cold killing intent. The black spear pierced forward, and it was as if the world had fallen into eternal darkness. Good timing. Ling Xiao's eyes flashed with a sharp light as he slashed down with the devouring heaven sword in his hand. The sky-devouring sword had been nurtured by Ling Xiao, and it had even devoured many of the damaged divine weapons that Ling Xiao had obtained. In addition, it now had the innate Spirit King as its weapon spirit. At this moment, the sky-devouring sword had become a true divine weapon with unparalleled power. Boom! The sword chi that filled the sky came across the sky. It was as vast as the Milky Way. The light was extremely bright as it slashed down on the dark spear. It was as if all the darkness had been swept away. The heaven-devouring sword chi swept out in all directions with unparalleled power, causing the spear of darkness to tremble violently. Zhu Tuzong sensed a terrifying god force coming at him, causing him to tremble violently. It was as if the spear of darkness was about to fly out of his hand. "Everyone, attack together. We have to kill him," shouted Zhu Tuzong. Suddenly, all the strong cultivators of the pig demon clan rushed towards Ling Xiao like a swarm of ants. At the same time, dozens of devil kings followed Zhu Tuzong's lead as they attacked Ling Xiao. It was equivalent to dozens of supreme being experts. Their strength was terrifying. The demonic Boar clan had gone completely crazy this time. They were determined to keep Ling Xiao here. Die! Ling Xiao's eyes burned with killing intent as he charged forward with the devouring heaven sword in hand. At the same time, a devil king from the pig devil clan stabbed a spear toward Ling Xiao from behind. Crack! Ling Xiao didn't even look back. He slashed the devouring heaven sword behind him, causing heaven and earth to shake violently. The void shattered, and the spear exploded. Then, Ling Xiao punched out, reducing the Devil King to a bloody mist that was devoured by the Heaven Devourer cauldron. The two demonic Boar clan experts charged towards Ling Xiao crazily. Their eyes were filled with madness as they wanted to grab Ling Xiao and self-destruct. However, Ling Xiao's figure flashed as he used a teleportation secret technique, easily escaping from their attack range. Then, the sky-devouring sword pierced through the air like a skewer of candied hawthorns, piercing through both of them simultaneously. Sword energy erupted, and the two of them exploded into a bloody mist that was devoured by the Heaven Devourer cauldron. Whoosh! Whoosh! Ling Xiao was surrounded by golden light as 7 colored dragons shot through the sky. The devouring heaven sword energy was unparalleled as it slaughtered the pig devils. Normally speaking, not even Ling Xiao would have been able to deal with dozens of devil kings who were as strong as titled paragons, as well as over 100 devil generals. However, in this sealed land, demon gods might be able to resist part of the seal's power. As for the majority of demon kings and demon generals, apart from their physical strength being unaffected, their demon chi, primordial spirit, and various divine abilities were severely restricted. Therefore, from Ling Xiao's point of view, these demon generals and even demon kings were no threat to him since their battle prowess was inferior to human experts. Crack! An ancient sword energy shot up into the sky, as if it were the projection of the sixth Daos world. It was terrifying to the extreme. Shui Wei's white robes fluttered in the wind as she wielded the sixth Daos reincarnation sword. She charged into the ranks of the pig devils, and with every slash of her sword, large swathes of them were killed. She was as beautiful as a goddess from the 9 heavens, wielding a divine sword that could cleanse the world of darkness. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei attacked at the same time. Even if the experts of the Boar Devil clan came to besiege them, they were all killed by Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. They were like tigers in a flock of sheep, and the pig devils suffered heavy casualties in an instant. Zhu Ganglai stood there helplessly. He knew Ling Xiao's intention. He didn't want him to reveal his identity in order to catch the devil gods by surprise. Although these Boar Devil powerhouses were related to him, he didn't care about their dead pig, Ganglai. For the demon race, what they lacked the least was clansmen. With the terrifying reproductive ability of the demon race, if it weren't for the fact that the resources in the sealed land were too scarce, it wouldn't be surprising if there were hundreds of billions or even trillions of people. However, there were always some ignorant fellows who wanted to kill Zhu Ganglai, but they were all killed by him in the end. Rumble. Chapter 991. Zong Dongzong roared as he charged at Ling Xiao with his spear of darkness. However, he wasn't strong enough to do anything to Ling Xiao. On the other hand, Ling Xiao didn't fight the Pig Earth sect head-on. Instead, he chased after the devil generals and devil kings. After a few hours, all the devil generals and devil kings had died at the hands of Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. Buzz! The King Heaven Devourer cauldron floated in the air above Boar Devil City, becoming a dazzling vortex of devouring. The flesh, blood, and nascent divinities of the Boar Devils were devoured by the King Heaven Devourer cauldron and refined by the wordless heavenly tome. The wordless heavenly tome sent out waves of excitement into Ling Xiao's sea of consciousness. With so much flesh, blood, and nascent divinities, the wordless heavenly tome was a great source of nourishment for the tome. Furthermore, some of the quintessence energy was absorbed into Ling Xiao's body, causing his cultivation base to slowly increase. Lord Devil God, please save your descendants. This human is too despicable. He wants to slaughter us Boar Devils. Zhu Tuzong roared madly. His eyes were filled with anxiety as he roared at Fu Ling Shan. I've already killed your Boar Devil God. I'll send you to him right now. Ling Xiao's cold gaze fell on Zong Dongzong as he charged at him with his sword. Rumble. Heaven and earth trembled as golden lightning flashed across the sky. Ling Xiao's body emitted a monstrous evil qi that made the Zhu Tu sect tremble violently. Their eyes were filled with fear. Zhu Ganglia's eyes were filled with helplessness. Zong Dongzong had always been very filial to him, but he couldn't even save himself. How could he possibly save Zong Dongzong? Impossible. It was impossible. Lord Devil God is invincible. How could you possibly kill him? Die, you bastard! Zong Dongzong went completely mad. Black flames rose from his body, causing his aura to skyrocket. The spear of darkness shone brightly, exuding a destructive force that could destroy heaven and earth as it shot toward Ling Xiao. Crack! A sharp light flashed in Ling Xiao's eyes. The sky-devouring sword slashed down like the Milky Way descending from the 9 heavens. The snow-white sword chi emitted a dazzling light. The spear of darkness was actually split into 2 by Ling Xiao's sword. Ling Xiao threw a punch at the Pig Earth sect. Zhu Tuzong's entire body was burning with power. Even his shocking attack could not kill Ling Xiao. How could he block Ling Xiao's punch? Immediately, his eyes revealed a look of utter despair. Boom! He exploded into a cloud of black blood, and his nascent divinity was devoured by the King Heaven Devourer cauldron. With the death of the Pig Earth sect, the Pig Devil experts began to panic. They no longer had the will to fight and began to flee in all directions. It's over. The Boar Devil clan is doomed. How could these two humans be so terrifying? This won't do, we have to go back and report this to all the major tribes. This time, the humans dared to enter the sealed land and even exterminate the Boar Demon clan. This is an earth-shattering matter. Hurry up and inform the demon gods. We must kill these two humans. In the demonic pig city, the experts of the other tribes were all dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Their eyes were filled with disbelief. Although the Boar Devil tribe was the weakest of the 10 devilish tribes, they were still extremely strong, not much weaker than the other tribes. And yet, two humans had single-handedly exterminated them. To the experts of the devil race, it was like a dream. When they finally recovered from their shock, they began to tremble in fear. Without even thinking about it, they began to flee the city. You want to run? You're all going to stay here. Ling Xiao's eyes shone with incomparable sharpness as he activated the King Heaven Devourer cauldron, causing it to expand rapidly. Like an ancient mountain, it bore down on the Boar Devil city. A boundless vortex of devouring power spread out, enveloping the entire city. Ling Xiao drew on his god power, causing the King Heaven Devourer cauldron to shine with dazzling light as it began to devour and refine the devil race experts. Meanwhile, Shui Wei wielded the 6 Daos reincarnation sword and swam around, killing any who managed to escape. It was a massacre that lasted for nearly an entire day. In the end, some of the devil race experts managed to escape, while others were not in the city. More than 5 million devil race experts had died at the hands of Ling Xiao and Shui Wei. In other words, Ling Xiao and Shui Wei had slaughtered nearly half of the devil race experts in the sealed land. The King Heaven Devourer cauldron and the wordless Heaven Devourer cauldron were both very lucky. That was especially true of the wordless Heaven Devourer cauldron. Ling Xiao could sense that the wordless Heaven Devourer cauldron was shining with dazzling light as two secret magics were being born at the same time. Ling Xiao and Shui Wei hovered in the air above Boar Devil City, which was shrouded in a baleful aura and the stench of blood. Strangely, there wasn't a single corpse to be seen. 5 million devil race experts had all been devoured by the wordless Heaven Devourer cauldron. Although he had killed 5 million devil race experts, Ling Xiao's gaze was still calm. He didn't feel the slightest bit of discomfort. In Ling Xiao's opinion, the devil race couldn't even be considered as humans. They weren't even comparable to demonic beasts. Slaughtering 5 million devil race experts was like stepping on a bunch of ants. Although Shui Wei's face was slightly pale, her gaze was resolute. She tightened her grip on the 6 Daos reincarnation sword. Let's leave this place first. Ling Xiao glanced at Boar Devil City indifferently. Then, with Shui Wei and Zhu Ganglai, they disappeared from the sky above Boar Devil City. The news of the massacre that took place in the Pig Demon City spread throughout the entire sealed land in the shortest amount of time, causing an uproar in the other 9 demon clans' tribes. According to the news, 2 humans had killed their way into Boar Devil City and slaughtered all the experts in the city. The number of devil race experts who had died exceeded 5 million. This was a piece of news that none of the devil race experts could believe. In the past, even when the Samsara Temple's Samsara army invaded the sealed land, they only fought with the 10 devil race tribes on the outskirts. Since when had the humans become so arrogant, daring to kill their way into Boar Devil City and slaughter the Boar Devil race? What made the devil race experts even more terrified was that the Boar Devil god didn't appear when the 2 humans were slaughtering the Boar Devil race. Could it be that the human had really killed the Boar Devil god as he had said? The 9 devil race tribes were in an uproar. They were incomparably shaken. At the same time, they imposed martial law and sent more people to patrol, fearing that the 2 humans would kill their way in. Chapter 992. In the dark void, demonic chi was dense and surging like a boundless sea. 10 terrifying figures appeared in the sky above the demonic sea. Each of them was extremely powerful and contained a power that caused the void to tremble. The pig demon tribe has been annihilated by 2 humans. It seems like Zhu Ganglai has been killed by the 2 humans. They're just 2 ant-like humans. They're not even deities. How could they kill Zhu Ganglai? I heard that they are from the Samsara temple. Zhu Ganglai has been sealed for 1,000,000 years and his strength has decreased greatly. If someone can activate the 6 paths of reincarnation sword or the Samsara platform, they should be able to kill him. The Samsara temple is despicable. They have sealed us for 1,000,000 years. When we get out, we will slaughter the Samsara temple and toy with the Samsara saintess to death. We have to settle this matter as soon as possible. Otherwise, if the 9 main tribes are also annihilated by the 2 humans, it will affect our plan. The passageway is about to open. When we open the passageway, we will be able to break the seal and welcome the great deity king. Before the passageway opens, we have to kill the 2 humans. The 10 figures were the remaining demon gods of the 9 main tribes. They discussed among themselves and their eyes were filled with cold and furious killing intent. Dark Sky Demon God, what do you think we should do? Finally, the gazes of the demon gods fell on the figure in the middle. The Dark Sky Demon God was the most powerful demon god in the sealed land. Although he had been sealed for 1,000,000 years and his strength had decreased greatly, he was still the most powerful among the demon gods. He was shrouded in black demonic chi and he was 10,000 feet tall. Although his figure could not be seen clearly, one could see that his eyes were like blood moons and they exuded a chilling and bloodthirsty killing intent. You are right. Before the passageway opens, we have to eliminate all unforeseen factors. The 2 humans must die. Since they dared to slaughter the pig demon clan, they must have gone to the 9 major tribes. Although we can't break out of the seal for the time being, we can send our projection doppelgangers to the 9 major tribes. When the time comes, the 10 of us will be able to kill the 2 humans. Moreover, if we're able to seize the 6 paths of reincarnation sword, then we'll definitely be able to break open our seal. At that time, this so-called sealed area won't be able to trap us any longer. The Dark Sky Demonic God's words shook the heavens, causing the demonic chi in the surroundings to rise and surge violently. It contained a terrifying and overwhelming power. Good. We will listen to Lord Dark Sky Devil. As long as a human dares to come to the 9 tribes, he will die without a burial place. The many fiend gods nodded. These 10 figures were only their projected avatars. They could communicate with their minds and discuss the important matters of the demon race. After the demon gods dispersed, Dark Sky Demon God's eyes revealed a trace of doubt. Strange, if Zhu Ganglai was really killed by the humans, why didn't he send a message to us before he died? We could have sent down a projection to help him kill those 2 humans. Did he betray us? The Black Heavens demonic god mumbled to himself. His eyes shone with a cold killing intent as he disappeared from the demonic sea. After Ling Xiao left Pig Demon City with Shui Wei and Zhu Ganglai, they landed in a barren mountain. Shui Wei, Zhu Ganglai, protect me. Ling Xiao instructed Shui Wei and Zhu Ganglai before he sat down with his legs crossed. His body was radiant. The wordless heavenly book had devoured 5,000,000 demon race experts and evolved 2 secret skills at the same time. Ling Xiao was looking forward to it. Buzz. In Ling Xiao's consciousness, the wordless heavenly book shone brightly. 2 mysterious scriptures appeared on it. They looked extremely mysterious as though they were describing the mysteries of heaven and earth. Earth Emanation's 3rd, White Tiger Secret Skill. Earth Emanation's 4th, Black Tortoise Secret Skill. The 2 mysterious scriptures turned into streams of light and instantly merged into Ling Xiao's sea of consciousness. Ling Xiao finally understood these 2 secret techniques. Ling Xiao now had a total of 6 secret skills: the sky-devouring secret skill, the shifting secret skill, the ancestral dragon secret skill, the true phoenix secret skill, the white tiger secret skill, and the black tortoise secret skill. The white tiger secret skill was the divine beast white tiger's natal superpower. It belonged to the metal element and was the strongest yang killing technique in the world. The black tortoise secret skill was the divine beast black tortoise's natal superpower. It belonged to the black water element and contained the most mysterious defensive power. One was the strongest killing technique and the other was the strongest defensive technique. If the ancestral dragon secret skill and the true phoenix secret skill were to refine the body and strengthen the power of life origin, then the white tiger secret skill and the black tortoise secret skill were to use the power of the body to the extreme. Ling Xiao sat there with his legs crossed and entered a state of enlightenment. He was rapidly absorbing and comprehending the power of the two secret skills. In Ling Xiao's consciousness, there seemed to be a huge white tiger roaring in the starry sky and a divine beast black tortoise that carried the sky. They were both concealing their profundities to Ling Xiao. White tiger divine fist. Black tortoise shield. This was the first martial art that Ling Xiao comprehended from the two secret skills. The white tiger divine fist contained the strongest offensive power and was extremely terrifying. It was even more terrifying than Ling Xiao's 7 limits divine technique. It should be on the same level as the 10,000 dragons god-slaying art. However, the white tiger divine fist was even more terrifying than the 10,000 dragons god-slaying art. The white tiger divine fist was to explode all the strength in one's body and form an ultimate punch. Ling Xiao could only throw out a punch now. He was afraid that all his strength would be sucked dry immediately. As for the black tortoise shield, it was the ultimate defensive power. Moreover, it would become stronger as Ling Xiao's cultivation increased. With Ling Xiao's current physical strength, the black tortoise shield that he formed would be difficult for even an expert of the divine spirit realm to break through. Most importantly, Ling Xiao discovered that the ancestral dragon secret skill, the true phoenix secret skill, the white tiger secret skill and the black tortoise secret skill were very similar to the legendary 4 divine beasts. They could actually merge and form the power of the 4 divine beasts. If I merge the ancestral dragon secret skill, the true phoenix secret skill, the white tiger secret skill and the black tortoise secret skill into the 4 divine beasts striking the heavens, how terrifying would the 4 divine beasts striking the heavens be? I'm afraid that I could even kill a divine spirit with a single punch. Ling Xiao's mind was struck by an idea as he suddenly thought of the 7 limits divine technique. The 7 limits divine technique was created by Ling Xiao in his previous life. It was vast and majestic, and it contained his lifetime of comprehension. It was an ultimate killing divine technique. However, in this life, as Ling Xiao obtained the wordless heavenly book, numerous secret skills and peerless martial arts, the power of the 7 limits divine technique was extremely limited. However, at this moment, Ling Xiao thought of this point. The power of the 4 limits divine beasts striking the heavens was the true 4 divine beasts striking the heavens. Once this move was used, it would evolve into earth, water, wind and fire, and the heavens and earth would return to chaos. It would definitely be incomparably terrifying. You're tuning in to the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.